Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Off Point. My name's Les Steed.
I'm Marlon White.
And today we have Maia Watkins.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, you're an actress?
Yes.
Pray do tell.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Everything. So what's it like being an actress at the moment?
So at the moment I've had a lot of time off
from
doing acting because of I'm recovering from this brain hemorrhage that I had.
We'll get on that later.
Yeah, so before the brain hemorrhage, I was doing a lot of theatre, a lot of spoken word poetry as well, doing a lot of short films, commercials, anything acting related. I was doing that. And I've been doing acting for about, I want to say like 10 years on and off.
10 years?
Yeah. But I started off mainly doing theatre, so I would go on tours, travel the world, do some shows. Yeah. So it's always been fun. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So how did you get into this?
How did I get into it? Yeah. So I think it was just from school days. Like I was going to this youth club, like when I was young, like in secondary school, and they just had this guy that was teaching drama, and I thought, yeah, let me just jump in. And I was quite shy as a young person. Right. And they thought it would be good for my confidence. Right. So that's how I got into it. And then did it at college for A-levels, and then went to uni and I did drama, TV and film. But it was not great. It was more written work and like...
What university did you go to?
Yeah, Brunel University, yeah. So I studied it there, and I thought it wasn't enough for me because it was not practical enough. No. It was more the writing stuff, and that wasn't for me. Like essays about Shakespeare, and I'm like, nah.
No, otherwise you did on English, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I had the same experience because I did business management and film.
Okay.
So doing film in university for me put me off because it was just about watching film and not actually creating it. And I actually liked the production side of it.
Yeah.
So for like how many years I stopped completely doing anything to do with it.
Like surely, like you're paying 10 grand. Like, I could have watched this at home for free.
Yeah. I did like in the 3 years of doing film in university, I did like probably 2 practical film modules.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think we did 1 practical film module and then 1 play. Like we had to make
How is
a
that
play.
going to improve your acting if you're like, but you understand the theory behind the script? So, it's like, but it's a shame the writer didn't.
Yeah. To be fair, I went to uni for fun. Like I don't think I thought it through. But like my sister was at uni. I had a couple cousins there. Like loads of people I knew were going. I thought, just. I mean,
it's part of like growing up, isn't it? Like, thinking back in the day, because I think you're about our age, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm 34.
Yeah, same as us. Yeah, like it was just like you just kind of it was a thing you did. It's like got your A-levels, cried over them, and then got on with the second choice.
Exactly. So I started doing that, and then after uni I was like, what can I do? I had an agent, and I was doing little jobs here and there, like some music videos or like little short films, stuff like that. That was paid, and it was good, but I was just thinking, no, I think I need more discipline and I need more structure. So then I went, I applied for drama schools. Then I realised it cost
shit ton.
like 10 grand.
You can swear as much as you want.
Yeah, like 10 grand.
You might as well say
and then I was like, shit, I've actually got in. Yeah, and I've got in.
How are you going to break even on that? Did you break even on that?
No, I got a scholarship like at some point. Good. Yeah, I got a little scholarship at some point, and then that just paid for most of it. But I was working as well on the weekends. So yeah, I went drama school, did that, banged it out, but I did just a year. I did the masters in acting because I didn't want to do another 3 years. It's exhausting.
And it's a waste of money as well. After you know what you want to do, you can see you've already got the career behind you. You might as well because you had the experience.
Yeah, so I just banged that out for like a year. Yeah, it was intense, very traumatic.
Traumatic.
Yeah.
How come?
Yeah, it was a traumatic.
Come on, tell us.
It wasn't. We went to Russia for like 3 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's not the greatest place.
That's a module.
To be.
Wow. Why did you like Russia?
Well, it was a bit racist.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. I suffered a bit of racism.
What the hell?
Yeah, which was mad. And then...
Like overt?
Yeah, like... Not so much from the place where I was studying. They seemed a bit more open. Yeah. But
helps if they pay
from like some classmates, they were a bit... like classmates from England were a bit...
So is it English classmates that were racist to you in Russia?
Yeah, and then I had some Russians... No, I had some Russians that were... Right. It was more like following you around the shop. If you're like... that kind of racism. Or like taking pictures of you and coming up close. Or like... One woman told me to get off the train because she wanted to sit in the seat that I was in. But obviously I don't speak Russian, so I was like, I don't understand. But all I heard was the N-word. And I was like,
down South America. Like,
this was just in the hood. In the hood, like, of Moscow.
Should have been like, no.
Yeah.
It's like a national hero.
It was a bit of a mad... And I was young. I was like, what, 21?
You don't know how to react when that happens when you're 21, do you? Because you're like, especially when you come from like London and that.
It was a lot, but like in terms of like the acting and the school and the training and the theatre, that was like hardcore. So it taught me.
Why did they send you to Moscow for acting?
Because that's like where I trained. We did a lot of theatre, and like there's a guy called Stanislavski.
Yeah,
he's like supposed to be like the godfather of theatre acting.
Wow.
So yeah, we were training. Yeah, we were training with his stuff, and they're like hardcore theatre. Athletics, they do like mad.
So you will be an amazing
jazz dance and all of these crazy things, which
that's a really great opportunity.
It was wicked. It was good. It was really good.
And the vodka out there is
hard. Really... Yeah, I bought some back. I bought a lot of that. My suitcase was full.
Yeah, just sit there clinking past customs like fuck off.
Like, it was a good experience, but it was very difficult. Right. But I think it made me stronger, like especially when I came back, I was like, everything's easy now because like I've done it in Russia.
Like best training ever, like, especially if it's like 1, 2, 3. They don't. I don't think.
And because the language barrier as well, like most of the teachers didn't speak English, so
what?
That's
a bit of a plot hole.
It was a bit mad. So
wait, they're teaching you in Russian?
Yeah.
Do you speak Russian?
I did that a little bit. They taught us a little bit, but not like fluent.
I mean, isn't that like a little bit of a
don't ask me
issue?
anything now.
That's the reason why you could probably complain and be like, well, it would have been great if I could understand a word they'd said.
Yeah. Like they taught us a little bit before we went. And then when you live there for a bit, you kind of pick up a lot of words and you can understand small stuff, but most of it was just like, okay, point, do that, do this, do it again, repeat.
I used to live in Indonesia. It'd be like, I need to translate. I always had someone around me that could help me.
Like they had a translator, but she wasn't always there. So but it was hardcore. Like the teacher would smoke in the middle of the class. Like women weren't allowed to pick up. So like if you were doing a theatre show, and there were props that you had to move, just when you're rehearsing and stuff like that, the women were not allowed to pick up the props. You had to ask the man to like carry the chair over here to put over here so that I can sit on it. And you
couldn't even pick up a chair?
No, and when the teacher came in, you had to like stand up.
Oh, that sounds a bit like,
old school. Like,
that is old school. We used to have to do that when we were kids. So like, in year 7, year 9, everyone's like, you know what, we're not going to do it. The teacher's like, sit down. And you're like...
So it was, it was cool though. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds incredible.
Yeah, and then that kind of just... From that, you do a show when you come back, and then you get an agent, and then that's how you kind of
start. How did you get an agent?
They came to my showcase in England. We did like a couple of shows where you pick like monologues, you do a scene. They just
Is it worth it, like having an agent? Or
Feel like you could it's definitely worth it. Because I know
they scout you.
Yeah, so they come and watch the show. If they like you, they just sign you, call you in for a meeting. You meet up with them. If you like them, if they like you, you kind of... That's it. You just take it from there.
And they take 10% or something.
Yeah, like 10, 12%. It changes depending on if it's like commercial, it's more. If it's this, it's less.
And if it's worth it, because they're the ones that get you the role.
That's definitely a good idea.
And they can like help you out with letting you know what headshots to get, what to put on your CV.
Oh, so you got like a sort of mentor as well. Like, in the industry. I think that's really quite worth it. Actually,
does it start off for free and then they take 10%?
It's always free when you sign up. It's just whenever you book the job, you get.
Because sometimes we see some online where like, you pay.
Don't pay them first. Any advice, don't do.
Guarantee their work.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Horrible. I had something like that when I was going to go to Australia, and they were really eager to get 150 quid out of me, and then they just said, "Oh, it's in the terms and conditions." Like, no one beats it.
Like there's other platforms you can use. I can't remember the names of some of it. So one of them's called Star Now, Mandy.com. And then there's another one I can't remember, but those ones. You pay the subscription and then you just apply yourself, and then when you get the jobs, you keep kind of the profits, and then
that's good.
Somebody was like, maybe
could you actually get?
Somebody was like, maybe I should consider doing extra work. So
I
signed
stuff
up to
like
Mandy,
that.
but then I was like, I'm not paying you.
I mean, do you find that it was actually survivable, like over the last 10 years, like as an actress, would you, or actor? Do we actor or actress anymore?
I say actor, man. I don't know. I don't really care. Like,
yeah. It's like, I think Angelina Jolie got called an actor the other day, and I was like, I can't keep up.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm easy.
But would you say it was like a sustainable income?
No.
So you got to have a bit of money behind you before it.
Unless you're on Netflix or something, then you're good. But if for theatre as well, remember theatres, you might only be doing it for 3 months. So you're employed for 3 months. Then after that,
you're screwed.
I always wondered about
back
that.
home, get a job, sort your life
I
out.
always wondered about that. Sometimes you see actors in loads of stuff, and then suddenly you don't see them for a few years. So how's that like?
No, it's hard.
In the interim of not having a role.
You just have to get a job. Like I was working as a youth worker. Before I had this brain hemorrhage, I was a youth worker, which I've been doing since I was like 15 anyway. So I've been doing that for a long time.
That's cool.
But like I was doing it as a normal salary job, but I was also doing it self-employed for most of my life.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and then...
So you've already got the business acumen anyway.
Yeah. And then I was working in a bar.
Smart.
In the evenings. Yeah. So it's like...
So what, like rehearsing in the day and then bar in the evenings?
Depending. Yeah, just depends. Like when there was no acting. Yeah, when it was
Love
just...
a bit
yeah.
Do you ever feel like there's like a bit of a stigma where when you've done a big role and then to go back to a regular job?
Yeah, like it's long.
Like, you ever feel like I don't want to do this, or I feel embarrassed to do a regular job?
Not embarrassed, but me, I don't really care. Like I know the ups and downs. Like sometimes you could get a really good job for 6 months you're employed and then it's finished. It's hard to get another one. There just might not be anything that's suitable for you, but it is long. Like when you've worked, or like someone recognizes you in something, and then you're in the bar pouring pints. It's just long.
It's almost like it's like one of them cliches, isn't it?
Like, you know, life is life. So I don't really mind. To be fair, for me,
a few years ago, there's I don't know if you know who Gregory Owens is. He was on the Cosby Show. One of the sisters, partners.
Yeah, okay.
And they somebody took a photo of him working for Trader Joe's, which is like a
I think I saw that online.
Supermarket in America.
Yeah, but you've got to have consistency. And that's the whole thing. It's like I was doing.
And people like saying, "Oh, how are you working in a supermarket?"
Yeah,
and also because
but that's sad. Don't
also because of the whole Cosby thing, he's not getting that royalty check anymore, so he has to get a a regular job.
His fault.
Exactly.
It's like I'd still acted. I did my job. Damn it.
He didn't know. He didn't know. Yeah.
Bill's not our boy no more.
Yeah, but I
don't think it should be like a stigma just because you've gone back to a regular job. You need to make a living.
Yeah. Especially the older you get, I think if you've got a family, if you've got a partner, kids, mortgage. Rent. Well, if you live in London,
in London, you're basically like, I've
so
seen
like
flats like £700 for like a teeny tiny
exactly.
room.
So I don't see the stigma in any of it, to be honest, because
I mean, more and more people are living at home anyway now. Because I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that I couldn't even get a mortgage on my. I owned a business. And I couldn't get a mortgage. I was like, come on, guys.
You got to jump through some hoops and do all of this. And like, it's a lot.
Ridiculous.
It's a lot.
They were like, all right, 30 grand with a 15% or something. I was like, I think I was the deputy editor of Mortgage Solutions at that point. Unable to get a mortgage. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's hard work.
Yeah, it is. Like, okay, so, but like, how have you found that the industry's changed since you've been working in it? Because I know there was the Hollywood strikes last year.
Yeah,
and
I find
the economy been a bit pinchy.
For me, I think my story is a bit different, only because I've had this recovery situation going on. So I've had to take time out, and I can't really do theatre at the moment, even now, because unless it's like a two-handler where you're sitting down for most of it. But my mobility is not great, especially
like
touring
and stuff like that.
They have
that, or is it like, is that something you wouldn't really go for?
I don't really know, to be honest. It's kind of a new thing for me now. So what happens now with me is like my agent calls me if something comes up that she thinks I'm suitable for.
That's good.
And she's like, it's a bit active, but they're okay with giving you enough breaks. They're okay with like, there's a lot of people with disabilities, diversities and stuff like that. So, if they can work with it, they can work with it. If they can't, on to the next.
Back to the heat.
On to the next. But like it's just been up and down. Like there's been times where I've booked like 2 commercials in a row, and it's like, okay, cool, nice money, perfect. 2 days work, easy, fun people. And then you're back to square one where it's like
Snickers commercial.
Yeah, Snickers.
Snickers commercial.
Yeah, they flew me out to Germany.
They went to Germany to do Snickers commercial.
With Klopp.
That's amazing.
What's the line? You're not you.
You're not you when you're hungry. Have a Snickers.
Wasn't that like that was like a proper classic? Like, that's some really good marketing there.
So you'll see me in the German commercial.
So that's German.
They made me speak German when I got when I got there, but they didn't tell me that until I got there. And I was like, but
you got like a West London accent, speaking German, and like
it was fun though because everyone was just laughing at me because my
it's fun though, isn't
terrible, absolutely terrible.
It's like, by the way, this language you've never spoken. Phones please, on take. Like that's
it's true. Like I did because they used it for the German market and the British, and then I think they dubbed it for like Arabic for Saudi Arabia or
wow.
some
Probably would,
random place that I just didn't know about.
So
And
weird.
I know they filmed the commercial over there as well.
I think because it was Klopp's area, isn't it? He's
Okay.
from Germany,
Oh,
isn't
actually
it?
do,
So.
yeah.
Okay.
How did it
Yeah.
feel like meeting him? And
No, he's wicked. He's
Yeah?
amazing. Yeah,
Oh.
proper nice guy.
so it was good fun to take you all out for drinks. And that.
He was fun. Like we had it was hard because I kept laughing at every take because he's just a funny guy, and he would just be playing the table football, and I beat him at that, which was fun.
I think that's like
So,
definitely one on the CV.
That was fun. Yeah. Cool guy. Definitely.
How does it feel to see yourself in a commercial then? On telly? Like,
It's kind of funny. It's just funny. Especially, I get a lot of comedy ones, so like,
oh, that's wicked.
yeah, I just find it jokes. Like I've done I've done a NatWest one where I had to be like a student. I've done Heinz Beans.
Oh,
What's the other one? Yeah, a few just random.
that's well good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
really
it's
wish
cool.
you told me about the advert thing because I was like sitting there looking through your. You sent me the TikTok.
Yeah, I need to get better with promoting. Like I haven't.
I was like looking at it because I've got like Holy Beef and Just
yeah,
Delivered, and I thought it was
yeah,
quite
yeah.
a contrast. I was going to ask you about that because it was like, it's three. They're short films. Aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah. Some
Are
of
they
them
the
are
most
short
recent
films.
ones, or?
No, they're like, I think like around COVID time or after COVID.
makes
One
sense,
was
yeah.
after COVID, one was before. Yeah, a couple things. So
What's the most recent project you're involved in? Is it like, or are you involved
at
in
the
anything
moment, not at the moment because of the recovery.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, if anyone's looking for an actor, hit me up. But yeah, like it's because I've been moving more towards the poetry stuff, so I've been focusing more on that at the moment. But now, because I'm getting a little bit more energy and stuff like that, I can do more auditions and things like that. So we'll see what's coming up. Yeah, had a few auditions, so I'm just waiting to hear back. Literally, yeah. So.
Do you mind if we ask you about the brain hemorrhage?
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
this is a bit where it's like, that came up in our conversation
Yeah.
when we were chatting about, about you and stuff like that, behind your back. And I wanted to know, like, I was like sitting, I had a little wobbler with him. I was like, could have brought that one up a week ago. And he was like, I was like, okay, so like first things first. So
Yeah.
brain hemorrhages, they can happen to anyone at any time, right?
Apparently, yeah.
Like, what
That's what happened to me.
Yeah. So what was that like? What was that whole experience?
I had a brain hemorrhage. When did I have it? November 2022. Literally, I was feeling fine. Normal day. I was getting up, going to work, in the shower, and I was in the shower, and I felt like somebody had broken into my house and hit me over the head with a hammer.
Fuck.
Because
So is it actually painful?
yeah, the worst pain I've ever experienced in my entire life. I haven't really
Was it
experienced
just
much
like
pain. But
like not really
but
a
like,
stunt man.
I'm sure childbirth
I do
is
my own
chill
stunts.
compared to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think childbirth is chill compared to that.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was
like,
it
it felt like a
massive-
hammer, like someone going boom at the back of my head. So it was like shit. And then, can I swear? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Say fuck shit,
we're not
cunt, whatever you
sponsored.
like.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, like
cool,
no,
cool,
like
cool.
oh no, like Nike's gonna be up our
Yeah.
asses now. Great.
Yeah. But
And if
like,
you're from Nike,
yeah, so that happened, and then obviously I was in the shower, so I was thinking I'm actually gonna die. Like I actually thought I was
well, you might have
someone, yeah, and I was by myself. Obviously, my mum was out, and I lived like on the
done.
top
That's
floor.
bad timing.
So yeah, and then I just got really hot as well, and I started vomiting and stuff. And then I thought, let me put the cold tap on because I feel like I'm burning, like I'm on fire. And all I could see was like red dots. It's
Jesus
proper weird.
Christ,
Like it's
that's
so
terrifying.
weird, yeah. And then I managed to just sit in the bath until I was
That's probably
cold.
a bad place to
And
sit.
then
If you think
I
you might go
know,
unconscious
yeah.
sometimes.
So I got out. I had the towel, and I just put my dressing gown straight on. I was just naked underneath, mash up.
Well, yeah,
and then
but-
I called my mum, but I was thinking, it was
999
like it's
the shit
proper.
out of that one.
Yeah, but it's weird because in that moment, like when you're close to like a near-death thing, you'd think call 999, but I called my mum first.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your mum
Because
makes
I
you
was
feel
thinking,
safe.
like I was proper
Yeah.
rational about it. Like I was like, if I call the ambulance, how are they getting in? Because I'm on the top floor and I actually can't get down the
Well, they
stairs.
can break in.
Yeah, but I didn't think.
No, of course
I was
not.
just
Well,
like,
yeah, you couldn't think.
Yeah,
I mean, your
yeah.
brain's on fire.
So then I called my mum, and luckily she was just getting off the bus, coming back from
Were you
yoga.
still in pain at this point? by the
Yeah,
way?
yeah.
So
I was on the floor.
How long were you in pain for? Sorry, not to cut you
The
off.
whole time.
Like how long's the whole time?
The
Like,
worst
whole
was
day,
when.
or-
No, it was literally from the morning. Like as soon as I got in the shower and I felt like someone hit me over the head. That
Yeah.
was when the pain was there,
And
just
then
forever.
How
Like,
long before the pain subsided?
Probably didn't, do you?
Yeah, I don't think it until they gave me morphine.
Right.
I think, yeah.
Holy shit.
So
yeah.
in the time you're calling your mum, and I take it that she had to come home, or
yeah, literally she was just.
Yeah.
I think she was coming back from yoga or swimming or something like that, and she was just crossing the road. And I don't know what I said to her. I can't remember, but I think I said I'm gonna die. There's something wrong. She came in. She just saw me on the floor, but I think I'd passed out at that point, so I don't really remember. Yeah, and I don't remember the ambulance. I don't remember how I got down, how they took me down the stairs. All I know is I was in my dressing gown, and I looked
How
a
is
mess.
that the important part? I haven't done my makeup. Quick, give me some
a mess. Yeah.
How much time do you think passed between that phone call, the pain, and then the phone call, and then you not remember? How much time do you think?
I don't
10
know.
minutes?
Yeah, maybe
very
10
quick.
minutes.
So scary.
Yeah.
I mean, you were conscious for most of that, or is it like?
No, I was in and
just,
out.
get off the phone to your
I
mum
thought
and
I was
out?
dead at one. Like it's proper weird. Like you know when people say, "Oh, I can see the light, the
Yeah.
light at the end of the tunnel." That's what it's real.
Oh,
Is it actually?
Yeah,
Okay,
the thing
now
is
this
real.
got really interesting. Go
Yeah,
on.
like I saw like, you know, like negative photos that they used to have that they used to hang
Like
up on the thing.
yeah,
like the black and white.
Yeah.
I saw that like snapshots of life and like
Fuck.
I saw weird stuff like I kept thinking I haven't even had kids yet. Am I gonna die? Like mad stuff like that. I was just like, shit, I haven't finished this. I haven't done this. Like it's proper rational. I'm like, God no, I don't want to go down there. Like let me come back.
God.
Like it's proper weird.
Is it like?
Yeah.
Does it feel
But
like
it's
the past?
quick though.
Out of interest, are you quite a rational person in the first place?
No, I'm like quite a spiritual person. Like I'm
Right.
open to stuff. You know what I mean?
Reiki healing.
I'm a
is
bit
like that. We'll get on that
rational,
later.
But in
like-
this moment, for some reason,
Yeah.
you're really rational.
Yeah,
Quite
for
lucid
some
then.
reason.
So you're unconscious.
But I
you're
wasn't
lucid.
like scared. No, I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared to die because I kept thinking I haven't had kids yet. I haven't done this. I was thinking, oh, I've got a holiday, but I don't.
Have all these
Mate,
plans.
I paid for this.
All these
Easy jet
mad-
right up front.
Like, I was thinking, shit, I'm gonna be late for the shift. I'm gonna be doing this.
You were worried about work.
Like it's weird.
Yeah.
And
It's weird how it's like the mundanity
It's
of
proper
life.
weird, yeah. And then I was like, I haven't said bye to this person, but it's like quick,
Holy shit.
within seconds, right? So, but it's like it's images, it's not like
Like it's like flick, flick, flick,
words
flick, flick.
or like thinking. It's
But
just
you know what you mean.
yeah.
So it's like all your memories jumping.
Yeah, a lot of memory, but it was like orange and red and brown color. It wasn't like normal colors, you know what I mean?
So
And
do you remember the paramedics at all? No. You don't remember your mum coming home?
Nah, I
None
don't
of it.
remember.
So it's just like the whole day was like.
I just remember I was in the ambulance. They took me to one hospital, St Mary's, in Paddington,
Right.
and then I don't know what they did there, but then they sent me to the Charing Cross one in Hammersmith
Is that a
because they were
specialist?
like, the neurology, whatever you say,
neurology.
yeah,
the brain.
yeah, them people,
The clever ones with the brains.
Yeah, so they sent me there, and I don't know which ambulance ride I was in, but I remembered speaking to someone on the phone. I think it was maybe my sister or someone. I can't remember.
Were they saying goodbye and stuff like that? Was it?
I ain't got a clue. All I know, they gave me some like morphine stuff, and I felt a bit high.
Yeah.
The pain was there, but you're like,
You don't care
You're a bit delirious,
Yeah.
right? So it's just
It's a bit like having like 4 pints or something like that. And you're a
no
bit
more
like,
than that. It's
really?
like
You're absolutely plastered. Like,
yeah,
it's, like,
it's mad. Like you feel like you're on some sort of
Right,
cloud.
right.
Yeah, it's proper
Yeah.
weird.
My friend's dad, he had that. He went.
Yeah.
He turned to his daughter and goes, "You gotta get some of this shit. I'm on cloud 9." Because he broke his leg or something like that.
It is weird.
He's like 40, she's like 12. Like, okay. I don't think she has a problem, but still, like,
Yeah. So no, it was mad, and then I don't know what happened. I ended up in hospital, and then
Jesus.
they done some mad, painful things, and I was
What
just like,
happened? Like,
So
how
then
do you know
they
it's painful? Do they keep you consistently sedated, or is it?
yeah. But
Were you
when
in
I
a
got
coma?
it, I don't know. So they put me in. They have to do this test first, like the scans, right, to see where the hemorrhage is, what part of your brain, what.
And all the
like,
time it could be
like how
killing
big
you.
it is, like because there's so many different types that I've learned now that if it's in this part of your area, then it affects this, it affects that. If it's here, you might have to get your like skull opened to operate. But mine was like in the middle, apparently, and they had to go through your groin to get to your brain, right? So
What? Okay, I didn't expect that. I thought they were just going to knock a hole in there and blow.
no, for some people they do. I think it
depends
just
where it
depends
is,
where it is and like obviously past medical history and stuff like that.
Wow.
So
they couldn't go through your head. I mean, wouldn't that make more sense to go directly through?
But I guess it depends on where it is in our head.
Yeah,
they can't just go directly.
Yeah, actually, I guess
I
you
don't know.
like,
But they got mad
much,
technology.
yeah.
It's like it's mad.
You
just see,
you do a hit to your brain.
like through your
I didn't know that
groin
either.
all the
What,
way
your spine
up.
or
You
what?
can. I think it goes. I don't know.
I guess it'll go through your carotid
I've had a
artery.
few procedures, so I'm confused. The main one for the main hemorrhage. They do that.
It makes sense to go through the carotid artery.
And then they put like the thing that's painful is they put this dye.
Yeah.
They inject dye into your brain, so it's like an electric
did it change
shock.
the colours that you could see?
Yeah, and it's hot, and it makes you feel like you're gonna go wee, and like you're wetting yourself. Like it feels like.
Well, I mean, I think
it
at
feels
that point
weird.
you're like, fuck it.
Like you don't, but
I'm
it
already
just
in my dressing
feels,
gown, I might as well.
Yeah, it feels mad, and then it's like you're blind, like you feel blind, like you can't see, and then they're trying to ask you questions. Yeah, it's proper mad, but it hurts. It's painful. It's long.
You stay awake when they do this.
For that part.
You have to, yeah, I guess.
But at first they were like, we're going to put you to sleep. Then they were like, no, change of plan. This. I said,
like,
wait.
find me the anaesthetist. Come here, you cunt.
Yeah. And then like after that, they were like, okay, we found where it is. There's no other ones around it because they were scared that there's other ones around it, something like that, or if it's next to a main artery or whatever. So then they were like, okay, we're going to get rid of this one. I don't know what they said.
I don't want to use the word lucky, but you're pretty lucky.
No, they said I'm lucky.
respect.
They said, I can't remember what the thing is. They said 80%, 85% people die from it. Yeah.
I
It's
don't
all
like it when
about
you leave that
timing.
stat.
I grew up with like two people in my building that died, a mother and daughter.
Yeah.
And the daughter had that. She
I
tried
bet
to
all
go
the
to,
family get checked.
yeah,
But it's not a hereditary thing.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
said.
Oh, isn't it?
No.
That's weird.
Just happened. It hit both of them.
Yeah.
One was older, one was younger. So the one.
Were they both smoking all the time or something? 'Cause
No,
apparently-
yeah,
no,
like
no.
I'm a
Like,
healthy
you weren't
person.
smoking
Yeah.
at the time?
Yeah, the daughter was like in her 30s.
So there's no prerequisites at all.
They don't know. They're just like, you're just unlucky.
Shit happens,
Yeah.
With the situation in my block, the daughter was in like in her 30s, and then suddenly she had head pain, and then she tried to go see her mum, and then passed out and died.
yeah.
2
Fuck.
kids behind.
They say a lot of people they die in their sleep from it because it's when you're.
I think you'd wake up if it felt like you'd been hit with a hammer. I woke up just because there's someone changing the bins. It's like, I wake up when my girlfriend just turns over. It's like, oh, wait.
So it was
But
mad.
sometimes it just hits you in your
Yeah, no,
body.
that's what happened to me. It hit
Yeah.
me, but they said it's to do with timing.
Yeah.
So if it was like another 20 minutes,
Oh, it's
then
scary
you're
when
dead.
they say shit like that.
No, for real. Like
Yeah.
it's like
And lucky it gave you enough time to do stuff. Because sometimes it might just hit you, and it's like I just made a heart attack.
You're so lucky, man.
Hit you and
That's
you
what I'm
can't do
saying.
anything.
Yeah. And luckily she
interesting,
was there because otherwise I would have called the
If
ambulance.
she'd been like 10, if she'd just been like looking at her, if she'd still been in the water, like
Exactly,
swimming.
she wouldn't have checked. But my mum is so bad with answering the
Yeah.
phone.
Oh my god, same.
So I
Like,
was
we just
like-
ring dad straight away.
I was
Big
like,
mum.
is she gonna get like literally? Why am I calling my mum? Like she's bad with the phone.
Apparently, like in World War II, when all the soldiers,
Yeah.
when they would die, all of the Japanese, they used to like sort of say it's quite strange how the Americans, all of their last words were the same as Japanese people's, which was like, they would go mother. They'd all cry for their mums as they died, and like that was how you knew that they were going to die, and that was just like, and it makes sense what you guys were saying. Cause
it is crazy.
Well, if your mum's the first person made you feel safe, probably the first person that ever held you.
And obviously I didn't know what brain hemorrhage was. I've only learnt about it now.
Of course, yeah. It's not
like,
something you research.
and I'm
on the-
young.
on the-
Like they keep saying now, a lot of more young people are getting it.
That's weird.
A lot of like. They don't really know, but I just think it's the stress. I think
I think we're under a
overworking,
lot of-
burnout, technology.
Was there
this,
any
that.
symptoms that you might have not noticed? Do you think?
No.
So it's
like I
completely
get
out of
migraines. Like I used to get a lot of migraines when I was younger as well, but not like to the point where you need to get a scan every 6 months or whatever.
I bet are you a bit more paranoid about stuff
No,
like
now
that?
I have to get
Now
scans
it's
all the time because
Oh, yeah.
now they've also found
so much as a slight headache.
they,
I think she's just hungover.
and they found another bleed. So at the moment I have a
Fuck.
bleed in my head, but it's
How do you feel about
stable. Wow, it's a bit paranoid. Paranoid,
bet.
yeah.
So
So I have that at the moment. So that's why I can't like do a full-time job, or I can't. They've basically
That's
said
a pretty
don't
good
go back
excuse.
to work.
So there's
They
your boss.
said,
Like, come on, we're
be
paying you.
freelance.
What are you, hourly?
Like, if you find a job, just work like 2
Take it
days a
easy.
week.
I would not like to be the
Yeah.
disc production guy in
So
charge
that's
of that,
why I
and it's
can't
like you go
really-
down. It's like that
Yeah.
was me shouting at her.
Exactly. So that's why I can't really do the theatre stuff. Like if it's too active, and I can't because my mobility. I have issues with balance and walking.
How come? Like, is that because of where the bleed was? and it's
Yeah,
affected
they
your
don't
balance?
really know, and also because they did the surgery through the groin, they might have hit a nerve because they were rushing, and then
Jesus. Well, I mean, fair play. I mean, they did what they had to do, but
So
still.
I think
And
I
like-
saw
memory loss and stuff like that. It's a bit mad. Yeah.
Wait, what memories do you think you've lost then?
Yeah, the thing is, I didn't know that I'd lost it.
You're not going to know what you've lost, are you?
This was the thing,
so like ADHD, like there were gaps.
Yeah, it was weird, like
I
weird
guess
stuff.
there might be photos you might not remember.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And
Or
the thing is,
even
like,
roles you've
people
done.
will say to me, like, "Oh, remember when we went here?" And I'm like, "I weren't there."
I wonder
And
if
they
it's
were
like
like, "You
people
were
that you
there."
completely
Like,
forgot.
no, that's happened to me
Really?
twice.
Really?
Embarrassing as well, but I've had to tell them the truth because
I mean, it's a good excuse again. I mean, like, you know, like, could you imagine trying to stay offended after that? It's like,
no, there
I
was
see.
even till this day, I still don't remember this girl, but I met her. She's someone I know, but I still don't remember where I know her from.
Does that make you feel a bit vulnerable then, or
Yeah.
how does that make you feel like?
Yeah, and it makes me feel like I'm being rude, but I'm not.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
but you're
'cause-
not, right?
or like sometimes people have to like explain things more than once. If I'm
Oh, I get
really
that all the
tired,
time.
because the
Yeah.
fatigue that you get from
Yeah.
it is that they don't tell you about the side effects of fatigue, mobility, cognitive skills, like just remembering stuff. It's just mad. Like even learning lines, it takes me ages. Or like even my poetry, I had a lot of poems that I had in my head.
Yeah.
They're gone, so I had to relearn.
Did you have them written down at least?
Yeah. They
I
were
bet you're
written
writing
down.
everything down now,
Yeah,
like-
100%. Like, yeah, I have to remind myself. Even when I have to go to the doctors, to remind myself, okay, it's on this day.
It sounds like
this
you got
time.
ADHD, same as us.
Maybe.
You have ADHD.
Yeah,
Me, sorry. I throw you
maybe.
in.
Yeah. So
Just let
like
people
mad
join my little
stuff.
clan.
Yeah, it's just a lot. Like basically, my whole life has changed from before.
Yeah.
Because
Do you
before
feel
I was
like-
very active,
Yeah.
going gym, doing this, dancing, partying, like working.
I suppose you can't drink anymore.
I can
stuff
drink, but to be fair, I was never a big drinker anyway.
Alright.
So
Can't do any weed or anything like that, otherwise that's going to be an issue.
I
or-
could, yeah. I got the oil.
mean, to be
I'm
fair,
a very
when you-
yeah.
CBD.
Yeah, I got
yeah.
the oils.
Yeah, I do CBD.
Does that help?
Yeah, but that's helped me from before.
Yeah, I've been
like,
using CBD for about a year now.
I should probably
for
get on
stress
that. I've
or
got
like
some of it,
anxiety. It's good for like going to if you have problems sleeping.
but- Oh, I can't sleep for shit.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
good for that.
I've
And
got some
then
of those
the
little
tea,
herbal
the
tablets
wheat
whenever-
tea
remember to take
Yeah.
it.
is good.
Green
but-
tea?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
wheat
like
tea.
before you go to bed and all that, just keeps you relaxed.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she always has like a lemon and ginger one, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just like, it's my little evening chore for the evening, you
Oh,
know, like, yeah,
so
go on
winding
then,
down kind of vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like, I'm going to have a tea, and I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah.
I bet you're going to be in your pyjamas.
Yeah. Oh.
But like, so with that, sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, what was it like learning how to walk again? Well,
Yeah,
first of all,
that's-
when you
Like, what was the hard? What was
It's
the
still
weirdest
long.
part?
You
Yeah.
see me with the crutch
Yeah,
every
yeah.
day.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's
When you
so
found out you-
long.
I like you got a little bit tinsel on it.
I should put it. Do I have tinsel on it?
I-
Oh no,
I-
that's
I
my
know.
bag. I wish. I should.
Oh, that's your bag, sorry.
I
I
should
thought you had
decorate
tinsel.
it.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
A little paint job.
Yeah, my pimp stick.
Yeah, get a pimp stick out. That's quite fun.
But that must have been a hard process to
Yeah.
wake up in hospital and not.
I was
being
in
able to
hospital
walk.
for nearly a month.
Yeah.
Could-
Like
so
it
only
felt
a
like
month?
prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I went back and then I've been going back and
Yeah.
forth.
But like, could you like
Yeah.
so like how so for a month were you just like bedridden?
Yeah.
Could you not move at all at first?
No, not
or-
at first. And I was like this.
Must have been scary.
And
Fuck that.
the
That's
pain,
like locked in syndrome.
the
isn't it?
pain is
Yeah.
mad. Like what is?
How do you even tell people you're in pain?
No, I could speak.
It's like, yeah,
just
just
like-
I'm saying it. I was like,
No, they
fuck.
knew,
Yeah.
and you get nightmares because you're on
my God.
morphine. Like, then they
Morphine
take it
nightmares?
off. They take the morphine
withdrawal.
off, so you're itching, you're scratching, like everything's itchy.
Yeah.
It feels like there's creatures inside your body, and you're like you're
Yeah, it
some
must have
crackhead or
withdrawal,
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
because
like
they
you
use
feel,
that to take people off heroin.
yeah,
don't
like
they?
proper hurts, man.
Yeah.
It's like pain, like your bones are hurting, and then
Jesus
your brain is
Christ.
proper. You get weird nightmares, and then I had to take.
What was the weirdest nightmare?
I had the weirdest nightmare for me was obviously I'm attached to so many machines. Like
Oh, you must have
anyway,
felt like you were in the Matrix.
but like I kept thinking I had to sleep like this, like up straight.
That's weird.
Because
What, sitting up?
yeah, because if every time I lie down, I would have a
Back your
nightmare
head
that this like the MRI scan thing.
Yeah.
I had a nightmare that it
that's
would
horrible.
be squashing me like
Oh,
you
fuck.
know, like
Oh,
going
no, yeah,
down,
it's
down,
scary
down.
even when you can see
Every
it.
day I had that nightmare because
Wow.
I don't know, maybe when they had put me to sleep and
Yeah, but it's quite a
It's like a
traumatic
s-
sound, isn't it? And it's
yeah.
like, and you really
Every
are
minute you hear
immobile.
do 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 beeping, and then
I just started to sing along to it.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
when I
don't.
had an MRI, I can't remember what they did it. I think it's
it's
just
so
2 days or
long.
something.
Yeah, but it's proper. The
So
migraines are wild. Like you can't, and the food, obviously, the hospital
Oh shit! Yeah, no,
dead.
honestly. Although
Didn't
that's
eat
it,
nothing. I was skinny. Like I
Yeah.
looked white. I hadn't seen daylight for a month.
I was nil by mouth
Like,
for 5 days, and after
yeah.
that, like I've never tasted anything so beautiful as the cauliflower cheese.
Oh.
It tasted of mushy shit, but dear God, I've never.
I
loved
had to
anything.
get my mum had
I
to
cried.
come every day to feed to give me.
Oh, that's
food.
the best
I'm
though, isn't
fussy
it?
anyway. Like
Yeah.
I like. Yeah, I'm.
Has your taste in like in like sort of thing, has your like preferences for things like, you know, like your taste in food and things like that, has that changed?
The taste hasn't changed, you know. I've started to eat more because I didn't eat much because I kept feeling sick. Yeah, and I kept vomiting, I get headaches, and like it's long, like to actually eat, like it's proper long. Yeah. And then I lost a lot of weight, so I was very skinny. And then so now with the physio, I got PT. They're helping me like with the nutrition and the exercises and all of that.
On your Instagram, it's like there's quite a lot of stuff about nutrition actually. So I'm trying exercise and you're always in the gym doing stuff
helps,
like that.
because they give me these tasks that I have to do to help with my legs.
Well,
if I don't do my legs, they seize up, right? And they
like cramping.
And they hurt, and then I can't walk, and it's just long.
Were you scared that you were going to lose the ability to walk?
Yeah, they said to me, you may not, because they do these checks when you like a few days later, like. Not straight away, because I don't think they want to scare you like that.
Of course not. You've already been through enough.
Yeah, but like because you're in different wards, so when you move to a different ward, like when you can like a little bit move, and they do these tests where they come around and they say close your eyes, lift up your foot, and you think you're doing it, but you ain't. Like you think you're doing it, and then you peek and you're like, wait, my foot ain't moving. Like why is it not moving? Then you get stressed. Then you get panicked. Anxiety, start crying, you're like shit. Like
could you imagine if everyone was like, pussy?
Yep.
She's crying like a bitch.
But then they kind of make it like, they say, oh, don't worry, we'll come back tomorrow. It's because you're tired. And then you're thinking,
like, nothing but sleep.
And you're thinking, and obviously the long thing is, you can't bath yourself. You can't go toilet by yourself. Weird. You feel like a child in prison. Like that's what it feels like in hospital, because
so was it like the nurses would come and do that, or was it like you had to get your mum and dad?
The nurse has to do, because in the middle of the night, if you need to, I had the tube thing, the catheter thing.
Oh god, that's horrible.
So like you're just pissing in a little bucket thing. I don't know. It's just mad. But you don't know that.
It a little bit. Like when you're really hungover, it's like you just get a little IV in there. Come on, just do the old-fashioned way. I deserve it.
But you don't even know you're going toilet. It's mad. Yeah. But then when obviously when you're doing the other toilet, you're just like, nurse. I need to go toilet, and it's long.
Wipe my booty.
Yeah, like you're basically like, it's like you're paralyzed, isn't it? It's basically that. So it makes you grateful for like when you come through it. You're like, oh.
How long did it take you to come through it?
Long, months, weeks. Like it was long. Even how you can't even have a bath. You have to get the wet wipes, and I'm like, can I have a flannel? Can I have something? It's just like your dignity. You're struggling, like it's struggling.
And how long did this go on for? Because it happened in 2022.
So I was in hospital for like a month. Then they let me out when I could move a little bit, like, and when I could go toilet on my own.
It's weird how that's a barrier, isn't it? It's
that's
always the.
But you had to use the crutches, like, to go to the toilet, or the wheelchair to the toilet or whatever.
The hospital toilet, they are like really barren, but at the same time it's sort of like,
and they move you to different wards. So like first you're in the ICU and you're by yourself for a bit, then they bring another person in who's got some sort of brain
even worse or something.
Like, so it's mad though, because you see different people. Like one woman, when I first went in, then she got better, she left. Another man came in after that, he died in front of me. Literally died.
As if you've not been through enough to see that.
So you see mad, like, life come and go, and you see how quick, like, they get rid of the body, boom, the next person's in, and you're like, whoa, what?
Do they at least wipe the mattress?
No, they clean everything.
It's like, all right, you know,
they do,
like, come on, it's a shortage.
They do.
Wheel him in from the hallway or something like that.
It's just mad how, like, you see how much pressure. Obviously the NHS and the people, they don't get no break. They like, I rate them still, especially the nurses.
They do.
Because some of them 12-hour shifts, 15-hour shifts, and it's like,
and they do it for the patients. So
and then there's me crying, and I'm just like, my head, this, that.
Yeah, but you've got the right to cry. I think it's the most vulnerable you're ever going to be, though, isn't it?
Like, true.
Speaking of that, actually, having been through all of that, because you mentioned before, it's quite, quite difficult to kind of the indignity of it was
that's the hardest part for me, because I'm so independent as a person anyway. So when you have to ask them, can I go to the toilet? Can you bring the little box thing? You're like an old granny, like, and you can't feel your legs, so you don't even know if you're doing anything.
You have to listen.
So it's just you just have to sit there. And it's just like, okay, I think I've gone, I don't know.
It's like check. Still here.
And it's just awkward, and it's just like telling the nurse, you even brushing your teeth, like I had to call my mom, get me the toothbrush, get me some water, do this. You got there's like a little, you know, the vomit bowl.
Yeah.
You put water in there and you're just because I can't move in there. I can't go to the I'm in the bed. So it's just weird stuff like that, like your legs burn, like they hurt, like for some reason, I don't know. They said it was to do with the nerves.
Yeah, because
of where they went, and like you think it's mad because even now, even though it's like a year and a bit later, I still have to tell my brain, move your left leg.
Really?
Today. Like,
so what, when you were walking in here, you were like,
yeah,
left
different.
leg, right
it
leg,
depends.
left
Like if I have really bad fatigue or I'm so tired, or like because I went to a concert the other day and I was standing with the crutches. When I was
standing,
standing,
did they not give you a chair?
To be fair, I wanted to be. My friend got me the ticket, and I wanted to be at the front. And
But if you're at the front, I mean, like,
and I was on the side. You could get the access side or whatever.
It's pretty good seats, those ones.
Yeah. So it was cool, but it's like after it takes me like 3 days to recover. Yeah.
That's
so
like
stuff like that. Yeah, it's like chronic fatigue where you just stay in bed, you can't move, and then it's like. If you ask my mum, she always has to like massage my leg because it feels like
she's getting good at it by now.
It feels like
it's like a little backup
creatures,
career there for her. You know,
it's proper itchy. Like I don't know, it's like pins and needles cramp, but then also like sciatica.
Oh, that sounds fuck awful.
So it's like that. Yeah. Jesus especially at night. So some days it's alright though, and then but the exercise I think helps. Going in the sauna. The steam room, stuff like that. It helps.
Oh, you get steam room?
Yeah, my gym. Yeah.
What, David Lloyd?
No, Virgin Active.
Ooh, very nice. Little advert for you cunts if you want to hire us. Fuck us.
Yeah.
I applied for a job with them, nothing.
Yeah, no, I used to work for them before.
Oh, really?
And that's how I started the gym life.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So they were like, so employment-wise, they kept you on a little bit?
No, I quit before then. I left during COVID, but... I had friends that worked there, so I had their like buddy membership.
Who's going to say no to you after you've been through that? I mean, like you know, it's like the PR disaster. You know, like just film this and just see what happens.
So it's alright. It's not bad.
Well, I want to ask you, what impact did this have on your family?
I've got a lot of brothers and sisters, and a lot of nieces and nephews. So
constant stream of people.
The
visiting.
hospital were getting annoyed because they were like, "You can't have
you
this
can't
much."
Be this popular.
And because I wouldn't eat their food. Someone would always come and bring me like.
That's more good.
Yeah, because I wouldn't touch it. The food looks anemic and it's
horrible.
It's worse. Like, how can you expect someone to?
How can you steam something for that long?
Yeah, and I just think, how do you expect someone to recover when the food is trash?
So important.
It's trash.
Good food.
All I ate was
apples.
apples.
Yeah. I mean, no wonder. Yeah, I mean, it keeps all the doctors away at least. Nice
apples.
Try. It's like poke me in the brain again. You fuck.
It definitely weren't private. It was
NHS
NHS food. Like,
why can't they improve it? Because it's been something that's like a long-term complaint for everyone.
The
it's
food,
like,
man. And
send Ramsey down there. It's like like, come on, fella, you can shout at people.
That was the worst part, and I'd have to call people and be like, I beg you,
just get me a Mackie.
Just go to
the
shop and get me rice and peas. Mac and cheese, get me everything. Like, even a smoothie. I was like, Mum, bring me smoothies, bring me this.
I bet she was getting sick of you.
After
a while, so it's like she's super real, but dear God.
Yeah.
All right, stop being a madam, okay? You know, when you get home, it's still my daughter.
Like, it was long, and to be honest, it was long for them because I nearly lost my brother in 2017 due to something else, and then everyone's just gone through it. Like, I've lost a few people, like. So everyone was like, shit, what's going on?
Yeah, but the whole family's going out for health checks.
Yeah, and then my dad was like stressing and this and that, and it was a bit of a mad one.
Must be hard.
Yeah.
So 2017, and then you had the hemorrhage in 22.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, give them a break.
I know. So I felt sorry for my mum because she's the one that's like holds it together, you know.
Yeah.
It was terrifying for them.
It's like it's the main thing, isn't it? Like the matriarch.
Yeah, and I have a lot of
very strong women,
brothers and sisters, and all my friends were coming to the hospital. Were like, you can't come.
Yeah, but it's like what?
They were like, it's COVID. Remember, it was COVID.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They were like,
well,
you know how it is.
Well, Boris got to have his party, so I'm fairly sure that when you go through that.
But also, I'm in ICU and there's other patients, isn't it? So you have to be respectful of other people's brain injuries. Someone was in a coma, so it's like they need to have their family there as well. And then when the man died in front of me, then obviously his family had to come. But it's like. You know,
when you don't see pain like
and
that.
I can't look at my phone because I get headaches and stuff like that. Like, it was hard. Like, I'd have so much messages and it would give me anxiety because I'm like, oh, I can't.
It's like get your mum to read them out. It's like, not that guy.
Yeah, I'm like, just leave it. So
when you're ready, I'm going
it was just a lot. Like, even I had to just tell people, you just tell one person and they tell everyone else.
I mean, like, definitely time to put in a group chat. It's like, guys, I don't care.
Yeah, it was a group chat. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
That's
so it was long.
So yeah, because I mean, we were going to touch on this earlier, but like I think so when how many surgeries have you had?
I've had 2 main surgeries, but when I first had the brain hemorrhage, they did the thing with the dye. Yeah. Which was like a surgery.
Was that during the episode?
Yeah, and then they put me to sleep when they found it, and then they put me to sleep, and then they done the other surgery, which was like 3 hours long. But I was asleep, so
3 hours.
Yeah,
surgery.
but I didn't realize time is like weird.
Did you like wake up on a Wednesday, like you went to sleep on a Tuesday or something?
I don't even know what day it was. Nothing. Wow. I just woke up and then. I don't know. I woke up, I had a cafeteria and I had the disgusting outfit, you know.
The sexy little gown.
Yeah, the gown.
So I was like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my hair was a mess.
Too fast. Hair was a mess. I just love the fact that the major thing about this whole thing has been like about dignity when you.
No, for real, because you just think your friends are coming.
Yeah.
To visit.
They've got cameras, you son of a bitch. All right, everyone put them in the Faraday cage. Yeah. Everyone in the box.
And you just look dead. Like I didn't even look in the mirror.
You almost were dead.
Yeah, you're pale, like everything, bags, like it's mad. And then
has this given you a new outlook on life?
Yeah, 100%, 1000%. That's the main thing.
What's been the main
thing?
Me
now, I don't give a shit about anything other than health, life, and just self-care. Like, and I want to have kids. It made me, because I kept seeing kids. Wow. I've always wanted children, so it made me think. Yeah, TikTok. Let me just
34.
Yeah, like come on, what are we doing?
Gotta find me a boy.
So it's a lot. And then they done another surgery last year in September or November, because this is first they do a scan after you've had the first surgery. They have to keep an eye on you for a while, obviously, and checkups and stuff like that, headaches, blah blah blah. Then they do another scan where they do the dye thing to get the thing that hurts.
Again?
Yeah, because that's how they check.
Cool with that.
I was not happy. And then it just makes you feel sick.
Does that make all the symptoms worse again? Like,
it just makes you feel sick and like an electric shock.
You just thought they'd been able to sort something out about that. Like,
I don't know. And in the MRI for time or the CT scan or whatever. Then I was thinking, I'm going to get the all clear because they fixed it. No, they were like, yeah, we found something else and it's another thing. So that's what I'm living with at the moment is I've got another bleed. I forgot the name. The name is so long. Like,
it doesn't
it's
matter.
like an imperial something membrane, something.
Come on, I'll get Google.
It's mad. So like, it's like an aneurysm. So they were worried about that because they're saying it's in the middle and it's between 2 arteries. So they said it's communicating with the artery.
It's communicating with the artery.
Yeah, that was the word that you were using. What? Communicating with the artery. So basically, no stress. Don't go back to work.
We better be really careful.
Sleep.
So is that the main thing that causes this? Like bleeding?
That would explain why so many young people. What you touched on that earlier. Is like
I asked them, is it because I was burnt out with working? Is it because of stress? They were like, it could be, but we also had someone else who is rich and lives a great life. Yeah.
So basically they just don't know.
So they don't know.
There's a higher prevalence of people coming in.
It's amazing that there's a lot of medical conditions out there that they just don't have an answer for.
Well, because the brain is the most important, right? The brain is the most technical thing, and like they don't understand every single.
And it's a hard thing because you're like, did I do anything?
Yeah.
Or what could I have
so
done?
then it makes you paranoid because you're like, was it because I was?
Did I eat too many salt and vinegar crisps?
Right. But I was always helpful. Everyone was shocked because it's like, you, Maya, the person who has smoothies every day, drinks sea moss, does this, eats healthy, nutrition.
I used to drink sea moss for a little while.
Like it's like a nutritional, what do you call it? Like an algae type thing. Yeah, it's got like 98 minerals out of 102. Your body has 102 or 108.
So that's everything your body needs. I used to take that for a while.
Yeah. So it's good.
Does it actually make you feel
better?
To
be fair, it's help. Like it's good for skin. It's good for
blend
everything.
it up, put some water in it, blend it up.
Thanks.
Drink it as a gel or something.
Yeah, you can use it.
Sort your hair out or
people use it as like some
Clearly
people.
Not.
Some people use it as a hair mask. You know, I don't know. Yeah.
I tried a lot of things for the hair. It didn't work.
Yeah, I'm trying that regen stuff at the moment.
It doesn't work. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, like I keep asking my girlfriend if she's different. She's like, not really. You need to do it for 6 months.
Yeah,
on 3 months. I was like, I can't.
You gotta be. It's a lifestyle change, right?
It's like done.
Yeah.
I was taking his hair health tablet for one point. I was using Regain. I used all sorts of stuff on my head.
But your eyebrows are fabulous.
I know.
Yeah.
So beard.
I know.
Beard game's weak.
Yeah, I know, it's very weak. Might go turkey.
Yeah. Oh, you could. No, don't risk it. Don't risk it.
Go see me coming back with a full beard.
Yeah,
my head.
I come back. Yeah, so.
I'm like,
we'll be like, who are you? I swear I've seen you before.
Well, like some like Indian hairline. Like,
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I won't even mention it like that. Like,
just come back different. Just
like,
different.
What?
Yeah.
So I've always been like this. It's like, you've got white people hair. If you're blonde, Marlon.
Can you imagine?
Changed.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, it'd be great. It's like, like, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
but like moving back to that whole recovery thing. So you like, because it changed your mindset in life. You're saying about
yeah,
health.
yeah. It's made me so grateful for everything. Like, I think, to be fair, I've always been a very spiritual person. My parents are Rastas, so and like, you know, I'm healthy. I'm gym. I love the music. I love the culture. I love good food, health, everything. So I've always been a very grateful person who meditates and stuff like that before all of this. But now it's made me do it 10 times more on a rigid thing. Like, and then that's how I got into the Reiki.
Oh, I wanted to ask about that, definitely.
Yeah,
so what is that?
Yeah, what is
so
it?
Reiki healing, it's mad. How I got into it was I was in the hospital in pain, and like a nurse, it was like a night shift for the nurse, and she just happened to be speaking to me, and I had my little Netflix and I was just watching stuff, and she was like, oh, like, have you tried Reiki? She said to me, but she kind of whispered it because obviously it's like, because it's like considered alternative outside of the mainstream NHS healthcare.
Do you think it actually works?
The 100%.
Jamaican, by the way.
No, she was some South American or Spanish or something. I'm not sure, to be fair. She did tell me, but I can't remember. But she was like, oh, you should consider Reiki healing, you know.
Isn't that like basically just sort of like
yeah, so like how I explain it to people is like, you know, your chakras are like, there's energy points in your body.
Yeah. It's like 7, isn't that?
Yeah, the main, we have loads, but the main ones, so like your crown, your third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and then the root.
I really want to ask you to do one on me.
But if you want a session, come.
Like, she can do it, but she wouldn't tell. She won't do it on me, and I'm like,
it's amazing. Like, I didn't think so. When she told me about it, I was like, all right, I'll give it a go, because I've heard of it. I knew some people that have had it before. Whatever. I came out of hospital. I found a Reiki practitioner in my area. I paid us, I think it was £60 for the hour.
Right.
And I thought, this was when I was in pain, when I'd come out of hospital, I was on crutches. I went to her, and I didn't tell her anything about, I just said I've had some issues in hospital and stuff. Then, it was the maddest experience. As soon as she touched my head, it went hot. I was like, I can see fire, I can see orange, I can see red, I can see this.
Not again.
No, it was mad. It was mad, and I felt so hot that it was like a January as well, like when it was cold, and I was like, I'm so hot. And then when she did something on my knees, and my knees went like freezing, and it was just weird. Like, it was just a mad experience.
So what does she do?
She just places like her hands on like the energy points, on the chakra points. So what it is, like, obviously when you're born with like everything in alignment. You haven't had well, sometimes if
I had an umbilical cord
like it depends, innit?
You know, like,
but most people,
it's your mum that wrapped that around.
Yeah, she's just sitting there giving it a wiggle on the air. Yes, once when your mum's like, you fucker.
But you know, like with
18
most
hours
people,
in here.
not 18 hours. Yeah,
Push,
but most
but
people, it's like you're born without the traumas of like society and life and blah blah blah. Yeah. So your chakras are in alignment, right? But as life goes on, you get like anxiety, or you might have stress at work, you might have this and that, different things happen to you, know? So your alignment is not, and when do we ever stop and just breathe and like just take time for ourselves, you know what I mean? Well, that's good for you. But like most people, like,
it's mostly just anxious breathing.
But you know, most people, they go to job, they look at their phone in the morning, Instagram, scrolling. They go to work, scrolling. They come back, they're on the computer, they do this, you know, we don't really
it's all like
sit down and actually just sit in solitude by yourself and listen to calm music and relax. So like Reiki is the kind of like that, and the energy points that they place your hands, or you could do it without placing hands, because some people don't like hands on, you know, just because of what they're going through. But you just pick up on different things. So when she did it for me, I was like, this is amazing. Then that night I slept all the way through with no pain in my legs for the first time in like
did she pick
months.
Up anything when she did
she was like, your head's hot, you get headaches.
No
yeah, she was like, you need to go on holiday, you need to get out of here, you need to go here. She was like, your heart is sad. She was like, mad stuff she was saying. She was like, you're very creative, but you need to take time to rest.
She didn't know anything about you beforehand.
No, never
she
met
didn't
her.
Google you didn't have like much going on your Instas or anything?
Nothing. Literally, I was like, what?
Fuck.
Yeah, I just told her that I'd come out of hospital and I'm on crutches because obviously you have to lie on the bed. So I said I need a little step to like
I totally
help
want you
me.
to do what I mean now. I'm really curious now. Go on,
I will. Yeah. So then, she's amazing. Like, I think she's been doing it for years. And then she even said to me, like, I think you should learn it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Well, if you're
So
interested.
then I started Googling it and stuff. And then I found a practitioner that I kind of liked. And then I did my Reiki 1 and 2, which is like, so now I'm qualified to have my own clients. I'm now doing my diploma.
Diploma in Reiki?
Yeah, so when you have a diploma in
degree?
Reiki, you can do it in prisons and you can do it in hospitals.
It's interesting that they want to do it in prisons because I guess there's quite a lot of darkness there.
And because
like,
I've worked a lot
frustration and
with young people in and out of prison, I want to do that, like work with people who
makes sense.
suffer with like PTSD, anxiety problems,
ADHD,
ADHD, and then my cousin, she's my age and she got diagnosed with breast cancer. She's in the all clear now. I know my family's been through it. Me and my cousin are like, it's just walking like, if you see us, we're just like, we're so fatigued.
It's like where are the disabled? They're in bed.
No, it's long for
clump
us.
you together,
like,
stick you on the
it's
special
proper
table.
long. Like the family is after my thing. Then my cousin got the cancer. Then it's this. Like it was mad, and we're all young. You know, we're under the age of 35, so it's
a lot of stress.
Yeah. So
like, guys, move house.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
Jesus,
know.
it must be something. I mean, like definitely something in that war. I mean, you all live quite close to each other, do you?
Not all of us. Yeah,
Alright,
not all of us.
completely.
It just happens sometimes.
Yeah, life, innit? It is what it is. It makes you stronger. But so then when my cousin was going through chemo, she had private healthcare because of her workplace.
As you do.
So there was a lot of nurses there that did Reiki and reflexology, and I was like,
oh, reflexology is the
wow,
best.
I need to learn
Reflexing
this.
is the
Like,
best.
So then that's what's making me do my Reiki diploma. It's taken me a while because I've been in and out of hospital myself.
Yeah, you're knackered. Like.
So like it's just a very long process because you got to do case studies, you got to do like the business side, work on this, get your certificate, make sure you're accredited, you got to do the exam and stuff like that. So that's what I'm working towards. But I still do clients outside of NHS and healthcare. So
and it's quite a good income.
Yeah. It's good. I can't do too much because of my own health.
Yeah.
So I try to just limit it to like 2 clients a week.
Do you feel like you take their energy on, or how does that work?
At first, I was always tired, like exhausted after just doing one person for like 20 minutes. But now they've
That must be quite disheartening. It's like you fell asleep mid-session. So apparently I'm boring.
So now, because of my teacher, when you learn it, they teach you how to like disconnect, how to like ground yourself back to you and stuff like that. So it's amazing. If you want to give it, if you're open to it, give it a go. I would love to try it on someone that's not open on it, like who's definitely not on it.
I've literally just heard about it.
Yeah,
quite skeptical.
I would like to try it on someone because what I found is, even with my own clients, is they've been through something and they've been led to Reiki rather than I'm gonna go and do Reiki. You don't wake up and say,
I went through a trauma situation. About 6 months later, I'm in Chile with this guy, and he didn't really like. So he's like doing he's doing that whole sort of like wiggly boogly over top of me. Maybe lie down in the living room. And he was like, "Oh, there's so much darkness." I'm like, "Oh, fuck you, Pablo." You know, like because I thought that's
never
what he was talking
know.
about.
You
But he
might
was
have seen the darkness.
He was like smoking from your crotch, and I was like, "What the hell are you talking?"
Wow, okay, that's a bit mad.
I know, right? I was a bit like, "All right, I know you're a bit of a dramatist, but come on." I mean, like, you know, like I was a bit like,
yeah.
That's why I'm kind of curious.
I do enjoy
now.
it. Like I had a young person, like a really young person, the other day. He was 13, and that was the most amazing. Like I think children are so open to it that he didn't have no like inhibitions, and I was like, oh my god, I see colours. I just wanted to stay there. Like you see, it's weird.
Is it?
Yeah, like you see colours.
On me.
But you have to be relaxed though. I'm not just gonna be like, it's a whole thing. Yeah. But I feel like the more I've been doing it, the more in tune it's easier it is, I think.
Yeah. So practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Practice.
But I have had someone I've not felt nothing.
Really?
Yeah, and then
then
they felt something, so I was like, okay, and they slept. But I love it when they sleep because it just shows
they slept
me.
while you're doing it.
Yeah, and it just shows me, you are exhausted and you need to just relax and not Like you need.
Is it partly down to the ambience? Like you have them on a massaged bed and they're kind of like covered in a towel.
But also there's a thing, I do distance Reiki as well, where you can send it to someone who's like in Jamaica. Yeah, man.
Does that actually work?
100%, yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but
I've had more clients from distant Reiki than
really?
I have, yeah.
It helps, especially, I mean, I can't believe Reiki can work remote as well.
It's mad.
That's so much fun.
No, it is,
It's like, nope, working remote today. It's like, well, we're kind of a hands-on company.
It's proper, you know, I've got clients in Jamaica.
That's cool.
And like Germany and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
it's proper.
It's
something so new.
No,
it's still small. I just do like 2 a week because of my own energies.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But I think when I get a bit better and stuff, because I have to do all these scans and like.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, you gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah,
first.
exactly.
It's a bit like, you can't.
But I do love it. I can do it on myself.
Yeah.
I do on.
Can you actually do it on yourself?
Yeah.
Then? So it's not like sort of scratching an itch. Like if you scratch your own back, it's not quite the same. So
it's actually nice. Like it's like meditating, but you're just placing your hands on the different energy points, and depending, like there's different music that you can listen to that has different frequencies, right? So there's healing frequencies, there's frequencies that you can listen to before you go to bed, some in the morning, or even like a guided meditation, like where someone's speaking.
Yeah.
Depends on the voice.
I kept mispronouncing
it depends on the voice.
Just kept getting me. It's like,
I prefer no talking. I just prefer the music.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy kept being like, it's like, you know, it
depends.
It was like an American accent.
You've got to find that person.
The data shows. I'm like, it's data. It's data, you son of... All right, that's it. I can't do this. I'm going outside. Yeah.
But it is like when I find myself with headache, because I still get a really bad migraine, especially with this new bleed in my head. I keep calling it. I make it sound funny, but it ain't.
No, like, it's scary as fuck. But no, but the thing is, it's like if you don't...
I have to just make it, because I'm just like, I'm alive. Like,
yeah, you can either sit there and shit yourself over it, or I mean, I'm not going to lecture you on how to survive stuff, but it's like, I always found
like some days it's bad. Like it's mad because some days you get a really bad depression.
Yeah, but
I'm like, why am I depressed? Like it's
proper
weird. Like but it's like, well, you can't leave your bed.
It's a scary situation.
Or like PTSD. Like now I'm like, I have a phobia of like trains now. Well, I never really liked going on the underground anyway.
But why train?
Now the underground, I don't like it because I fell once. I fell when I was on the crutches. And like nobody cares. They just leave you.
No one cares.
Nobody helped you.
They don't care.
You're on crutches. You fell over and no one stopped.
Yeah, they don't care.
What the fuck is wrong with England?
It's like now I can drive now. Thank God, because I wasn't allowed to drive for months. Yeah, and I was just like, I can't drive. I can't go here. I can't go physio. I can't do this. And then
just a quick question: when you was on crutches, was it 2 crutches at one point? Then
It was the ones, you know, the crutches that you put your arm through. It was 2 of those.
Yeah. So like
then it got to
kinda.
Then it got to 1 because it's mainly the right leg that's the issue.
Is that just because of the surgery, or is it?
They think so, I think it's both the surgery, the brain. Like they actually don't
saved
know.
Your life and it's kind of worth
it. Like so now I'm just on the crutch, which is just the handle, or I can have like a little walking stick thing that folds. But yeah, it just depends. Like
you should get like one of those really cool like
Lucius
Malfoy ones. Yeah, you know? If you're gonna have it for a year,
I know, like a wizard stick or something.
Yes, get one of the little hip flaps in the middle.
Yeah, something like that. No, but the maddest thing is people always say, "Oh, when you go through the airport, they're gonna think you've got drugs in there." And then whenever I go, like they just take the stick off me. No, they just take it off me, and they're like, "Can you sit down? We're gonna check the thing."
Can I sit down? And I'm well, I don't have a choice to wear you cunt.
Like it's proper bad.
I got angry at them for taking away my blooming some oil that I had.
Yeah, they take.
But it was like solid, and the guy was like, "It's a liquid because it's in milliliters." I'm like,
it's not coming out.
I was like, no, I need it for my skin. And like, I was like, pay £2.50 for this shit. You bastard.
So it's mad. Like to be fair, what they've said to me is this is a lifelong thing. So for the rest of your life, you're gonna have to live very carefully. Because
how do you feel about that? How was that at first?
So there's no going back to normal.
It stresses me out, man.
There's no going back to normal.
I have to go brain therapy and all these things, and then they chat to you about it, and it's a bit weird. It's like AA for like brain injury survivors. It's just a bit.
So like a group of you go and talk about it.
Yeah, but it's okay. Yeah, but it's just sometimes the first time it was very overwhelming because I was like, oh my God, these people have had brain injuries 20 years ago and they still ain't recovered. And I'm
That's
like,
fucking terrifying.
That better not be me. But it's still inspiring because they're still living their life. They've got kids. They're doing this. They're doing that. But hearing different people,
you seem to have done a lot of recovery though.
Yeah, I've spent my whole year, over a year, recovering. Like, and still, there's still so much more. They're just like, this is a lifestyle change. They've just basically said, and they said your balance might never get better, but the fact that you've learned to walk. From when they said, "Oh, you might not be able to walk," I said, "I got a car. I got this to do. I got." And me, if you know me, I'm outside, busy. So, and I worked with young people in and out of prison, in PRUs, like pupil referral units, and I've struggled not being able to do that because I love that young people. So that's
especially when you kind of want to keep up with them and like make sure their problems,
because some of them are very rowdy and ADHD
as
well, and like they're on their thing. So me walking around with a crutch in a prison, it's not really.
It makes you vulnerable as well, because like, you just get somebody a bit.
You know what I mean?
Heavy,
if someone switches on me, or if like I turn my back for 1 minute, they take the crutch. It's like I'm falling on the floor. You know, it's that.
I mean,
no one's disrespected me like that before.
Have you found that like the prisoners are actually quite?
Yeah, no. To be fair, no one's never really. I've worked with young people all my life, like since I was 15, and I've never had an issue with anyone being violent towards me or being.
It's young offenders.
Yeah, because
it's young offenders. Older, sometimes older, like up to 25. I've worked.
So you're working with like some young offenders who've probably been there for like sort of quite crazy shit, and they're more. And if you lose your crutch or you lose your balance, they'll support you.
I think they would.
The public in the tube wouldn't.
Yeah, this is it.
Fuck?
You know what I'm saying?
What is wrong with our society?
No, for real. It's like
that's unreal.
It's crazy.
I can't understand that. I just can't.
Yeah.
Like,
and like, they're proper supportive. Like some of my young
amazing.
people, they follow me on Instagram. They're like, "Miss, you alright? Like we didn't see you in it." Like they're just like, they're like, "We ain't seen you for a while." Like,
are you proper little support group?
Yeah, I got my little
surprised
group.
nobody helped you.
Yeah, well on the
just be like, "Hey, all right, no shanking."
Me, I was like,
I was on the tube the other day and this guy fainted and everybody like jumped into action.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I just think it depends on.
I mean, it depends how big you fell. I mean,
I dropped.
You proper stacked it.
Yeah, it was mad.
Shit.
It was awkward. Awkward.
I mean, wow. I can't.
Yeah. Then they were like. Then I had to tell my doctor, and they were like, "We need to up the physio. We need to." I was like, "I'm already going 3 times a week.
Yeah. Like, I don't go to the gym this much when I was healthy."
Yeah.
I struggle to go to the gym more than twice a week, and my girlfriend makes.
I love it. It's the only thing for me. If I didn't have the gym, if I didn't have the PT, if I didn't have the physio, I think I would be so depressed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I would be so down. Like I wouldn't leave the house. It's the only thing that. Because my gym is proper good, like they're so supportive as well. Because there's a lot of people with injuries, with crutches and different things. Like I met a lady, she had a stroke, and she's like proper on the treadmill, but she's doing
like having
her
a good hobble.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is inspiring for me. So if they can do it, then and they put like there's this thing called Reformer Pilates. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like Pilates, but with the machines, and they've got like
they look a bit like a guillotine.
Kind of some of the ones that are flat. Yeah. So like. They have one for recovery. They have a class for people with injuries and recovering from something. And that has been like the game changer. Yeah. It hurts, but it's like...
It's a hurt. But like, but you look forward to it every time.
Yeah,
even though you know it's going to be agony.
Because I'm like, yes. I love the stretch. Because when I stretch, my legs don't hurt as much. It's just when I'm sleeping and stuff like that. Oh, the pain is disgusting.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Can you not is there nothing that you can do like sort of, or like, any like machines that kind of help stretch your leg, maybe like some special trousers or something? I don't know.
Like,
coming up with some Inspector
like
Gadget
now,
shit
I'm able to like do the leg press on the machine and stuff like that, but obviously small weights. But sometimes I'm in the gym, I'm wobbling, and then I have to ask the men, excuse me, can you carry the weight? It's like a 10 kg. It's so small, like a 5 kg. I'm like, I can't do it. Today I can't do it.
Sitting there like crutch, and the guy's like, well, if I don't do it,
me though.
Of course
they're on
they will.
Point. Yeah.
Gym people are lovely. Like,
yeah.
Like I was going back for the first time in about 3 months. I mean, I'm not comparing myself to you, obviously, because because yours is incredible. But like, there's me. I just got stuck under the thing because I was trying to find out what my 1 rep max was. It was not.
Well, under the
bar. Yeah, but everyone's got their headphones in now, so I'm sitting there underneath this bar, like crushing down my chest. Like, I mean, I won't it was 60 kilos. I was a bit ambitious.
I'll be so scared.
I mean, that's right. I've still got it for about 2. It turns out 3 a bit ambitious.
Maximum.
And I'm sitting like, help. Yeah. And this bloke was just like, I was like, help. I was like, I was pathetic. But everyone was like, I got you, mate. Don't you worry. Come here. Just like, thank you guys.
Yeah. And I go when it's like not rush hour. So like, I go when the old people are there.
Just walking past some guy. I'm your responsibility.
The PTs are there, and it's like it's pretty good. And it's now I could do because they got the sauna. So after you've done what you've done, like because I go physio and I got my PT, but now they can give me the exercises to do on my own a little bit. Whereas before, I had to go every session in person. They had to stand right next to me, do the leg thing and this and that. And
parallel bars.
Did they recommend this gym for you to go to?
no, I was already a member because I used to work for Virgin Active in the Hammersmith one, but then COVID came and then I left and then it closed down.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And it's chill, man. They're nice people. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And everyone's kind of getting to know you. You know,
yeah, because there's so many different people, old people, young people, kids as well, like people with disabilities, people with walking sticks and stuff like that.
Sounds like it's a new church, to be honest.
It's good, man. Without the gym, I think I would have crumbled, man. Like, honestly.
It's amazing how much that
crumbled
does affect.
because it's not only for the physical effects, like the mental.
Yeah.
When you finish, you're like, I've done so well. Like,
spend half an hour in the mirror like, yes.
I'm just happy that I've like walked for 5 minutes like with the crutch, and I'm just
it's a huge milestone, like, especially when you compare it to like, because a year ago you couldn't walk at all.
I couldn't walk for ages, man. I was just
so crazy. Dead. Can you run yet, or is it
run?
I don't know how this
drop
works.
Me out, no way, definitely.
How about swimming? Have you found that quite useful?
Well, I'm not really a swimmer, and I can't really swim anyway, but the pool helps. Like the sea, it helps. Like when you're leaning, just the water helps, and doing the resistance and stuff like that. It feels nice.
Bit of the old aqua aerobics with all the mums.
Yeah, my mum does that.
My girlfriend does that. I went along. It was ridiculous. It was so much fun.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah, I loved it. I was sitting there. I was being proper camp, and she was like, "You're just trying to behave for 5 minutes." And then there's me like swishing along.
With the grannies and that.
Yeah, I was like, "Come on, Pam, we got this. Let's lose those pounds."
Yeah.
It's funny. Last year I was training for a half marathon.
Wow.
So I did
show off.
I would walk it slowly.
Exactly. I wouldn't even do that.
Slowly.
I'd be like, I think I'd jog for about 10 minutes. Fuck that.
So I started doing like a weekly swim every Saturday morning. I didn't realize how knackering.
No, because it's your whole body, right? Yeah. And
I didn't know you could sweat underwater.
Mad. That's mad.
I swim in when I'm running and walking. But like, because I grew up swimming like ever since I was about 8 to like 20, I was like doing it about 3-4 times a week, like, competitively. And it was like, for some reason, like when I'm in the water, it's easy.
Yeah,
peasy.
I do love the water. I just can't swim. I can float. But like, give me front crawl. Nah, I'm drowning.
That is literally all we need to teach them at first. It's like, as long as you can float, you're going to be fine.
Float, that's it.
Just don't go too close to the sea.
And I'm not trying to go in the sea too deep.
When I was going swimming, they have like different lanes. Like they have the medium,
the
fast
easy
lane.
So I
was in the fast lane.
Oh, wow, okay.
I was in the fast lane. I'm not a fast swimmer.
Oh.
So the guy came over to me. The guy came over to me. I said, "Can you move over to this lane, please?"
I had that bit in reverse. I was like,
it's slowing down everything.
They're proper veterans. These people, you know, like don't mess with the swim lane.
I had a little
word with me.
There's beef in the swim lane.
Yeah, it's like I had that bit of reverse. I was like, because I was a bit like after the little I just went up and down, and there was this person that's fasting holding me up, and I'm like, all right, that's it. So I ducked under him, you know, like just to really bring home the message that, you know, like you're in my lane.
Yeah,
you know, like it's like dominate, you know, like, and it was just like, and then the lifeguard came over, smiled at me, put up fast lane, and then medium lane, and replaced the sign. And I was like,
that's hilarious.
I was a bit like, thank you, and then I hopped out anyway because I was tired.
We finished.
So I was like, well, I kind of just want 2 more minutes and I'm done here. Like,
No, I do love. I just love like floating in the water and then going to the spa.
There's something quite nice about that little bit of quiet.
Just put me in the spa. I'm good. Yeah.
So so let's move on to the poetry stuff then. Like, have you found because you've been doing more of that since the
since the brain hem. Because when I came out, I was bored.
I was going to ask about that. What was the boredom like? Because I remember being in hospital. From going from the worst part for me. I couldn't deal with it.
It's boring, but then obviously people say you can watch Netflix and stuff, but I had migraines and I've just had brain surgery, so you can't. My eyes can't focus.
Did you read a book or?
I couldn't read books. All I could do is listen to podcasts here and there, and then some poems like. So I've written a podcast. I should have.
I just said that.
If only.
Like, shit.
If I'd known your one, then I would have listened to that.
You don't. 22 hours.
Before you go on, what were you doing when you had that? In terms of work, did you have any acting role you were doing?
What, before the hemorrhage?
Yeah.
I was working 3 jobs.
3 jobs.
Yeah.
What were they?
Cause and effective. More than 2 jobs.
I was working in the bar. Bar. Pouring pints and that in the night time, and then in the daytime I was working with young people, either in the Peru or in another centre that I worked at. I slept. But not every day. It was more.
Oh right,
like
so I had
5.
to mention you had like 3 back to
And
back.
did you have any acting jobs as well?
Yeah, like on and off here and there. So like I would obviously take the annual leave, or like some of my jobs were 0 hours and freelance. So I'll just when the acting comes, I'll just say, oh, I can't come this week because I'm acting, and it's fine. Like it's not bad.
So since you're doing the acting jobs, do you have to make sure it's a freelance job or a job that you can take time off?
Yeah, like as an actor, if you want to work in corporate and you're an actor, forget about it. You're getting fired, mate. That's it. Yeah, you have to call in sick. That's it because especially before COVID, every time you have an audition, you had to go to the place to have the audition. Yeah. And remember, auditions are like, what, 5 minutes?
It takes ages, actually.
Yeah. You're in there for 5 minutes, but it takes you an hour to get there.
What's it like to do an audition now, then?
Now, since COVID, you do the self-tape, right? So you don't have to take a whole day off work to do an audition. Camera work, though?
Or is it just like one of the teams?
Just do it on my phone. And then I just get my friend to like read the other lines if there's other lines. Or I go to a guy... you just pay him a little change and then he does it for you, edits it, and it's, to be fair, it's quite fun. I prefer the self-tapes only because when they had the auditions in person, it will be at like 2:00 in the afternoon, but you're working, like I'm in prison working, or I'm in this place working. It's like I can't miss young person's court case to come and do an audition. You know what I mean? You have to be there for the young person. Like you can't promise them things and then take back your promises. So at times it was difficult. Yeah. So, but to be fair, like if you have a good agent, they'll kind of say, oh, she's only available for this time, so she can only audition for that, or she needs extra time because of the self-tape, or if you're dyslexic, or if you're this, if you're that, you get extra time.
How do you feel about having the extra time now, like, or like, you know, the sort of adjustments?
Yeah, like I do get the extra time for some of them, but
because I never
a lot, like the ones that I've had, the auditions I've had, have actually been kind of easy to learn. Maybe because I kind of resonate with the script and it's nice, or if it's an advert one, it's just silly stuff that you're doing.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah. So it's just silly stuff. So yeah, but I also miss the in-person ones because when you're acting with the director, you get a feel of who they are as a person, who you're gonna be working with if you get the job.
In-person
like the vibes, like you can crack a bit of jokes.
It's like 70% of communication is like non-verbal. So
and then they can say to you, okay, Maia, like we really liked what you did, but let's try it this way, and then you switch it up and you do it, take direction easily. Whereas self-tape, you can only do what you think.
And you just see some of the fake background.
So when you did EastEnders, did you do that?
I went into the audition to the BBC. Yeah, I had to audition.
What was that like?
That's fun, man. They're just jokes, man. It's proper. Yeah, it's fun. That was like such a fun gig, and you get to meet everyone. Everyone's so nice. And
did you meet Barbara?
Which one's Barbara? Barbara Windsor. Yeah. No.
Oh, she alive?
She alive? I'm not sure if she was alive.
I do not watch EastEnders for the
passed away of Alzheimer's.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if she was alive at that time when I was there.
I didn't really know.
Yeah.
Like, who's in it now still? Is it like Phil Mitchell?
Phil Mitchell I think so, yeah.
I watch most of my EastEnders on TikTok now. Just little clips. Yeah. I don't watch
the Christmas special. We see what happens.
I don't watch the Christmas special anymore. It's too much. That somebody dying.
You just jump in on the Christmas special.
When you're not invested in the characters, where you're like,
what's going on?
Should probably have be more careful there.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Like I just find everything fun. I like working with cool people. Like if I don't like you, I ain't coming. Like it's that kind of thing. Yeah. If you got dead vibes, I'm not coming.
Well, yeah, because it's like, you don't want to like drag yourself.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not wasting my time with like.
How do you value your time now, like compared to?
No, I love it. I feel like I'm retired. Like I'm like, like I see more of my family. Yeah. Like I can rest. Like I actually value rest. And I think nobody values it.
With that. I just get, if I'm sitting on my own for
I used to like feel guilty for like resting, but now I'm like, no. If I have a migraine, what am I doing? I need to be in a dark room. I need to lie down. That's it. Sorry, everyone.
And then it's just like, it's like,
I have to because if I get another, because they're saying this bleed, if it moves or if it grows,
I bet you've like kept
then it's
your head
another
like,
then it's like it can burst, and then that's another hemorrhage, innit? So
sorry.
No, it's true. That's what I said when the man told me. I said, "What does this mean?
Yeah.
What is this?"
So wait, how does that feel? Because it must be like having like, I don't know. I can only imagine it being like,
it's like a ticking time bomb. But they said eventually they're gonna have to remove it. But
of course, yeah,
they don't.
No shit.
Yeah. So like November this year, they said they're gonna.
Does it have to get to a certain size before they can remove it? Or
they can remove it now, but because I've had surgeries, they don't want to keep. Basically, if they remove it, like again, that means no walking again. That means this again. That means more side effects. So they don't want to undo everything that I've progressed in. Sure. The memory, you know. So they're saying because it's not moving since the last time they checked, and it's just the same.
They check every month, don't they?
Not every month because that's another thing. Yeah, that they didn't tell me about. So the more scans you get, the more obviously it's radiation, right?
Oh shit!
So like X-ray and all of that.
Yeah, because that's what the diet.
So now that has affected my teeth, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, you need this done with the teeth. You need that." I'm like, "Oh,
extras,
thanks,
great."
Yeah, but then they told me it's a thing called reabsorption or something like that.
Radio absorption.
Something like that. So like people who have like. Even like people who have cancer, who have radiotherapy and chemo, if they have it like for things like throat cancer, brain cancer, it affects your teeth because it's like your teeth are trying to react to this foreign body of radiation. And it's like,
your immune system rejects it because it's been bombarded with it. Yeah,
so, but I only clocked this because I went to the dentist for a checkup. And I was like, "Can you do the X-rays and check?"
Then she was like, behind the thing. It's like, so hiding like, "Oh, bitch, please, you're."
She was like, "You've got shadows here that weren't there last time, and they shouldn't have grown that much." Like, so she was like, "Have you had any surgeries?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then
how much antidepressants do you want?
I know. And then they said, "So now I've got to go to some specialist for the teeth." So now they don't want to do too much.
Well, yeah, because otherwise your teeth fall out, and then you're just gonna.
And my teeth are nice.
You're quite literally fall out inside and out.
But so they check every, and I ended up in A&E in February again because of the migraines. It made me they thought it was another hemorrhage, but it wasn't. It was something else.
What, just headache or?
It was like a severe sweat. It's like swelling. Yeah, because of this thing. It's just. Yeah, I know.
That's so scary. How are you smiling?
I have to smile through it.
I got a bit of complex PTSD. Thank you, my ex. And like for about a couple of years, and it's just like, and it took me long enough to just get off the couch, say,
it's long.
Gym, start rebuilding.
There's days where I don't leave the house, and there's days where like.
You seem so like chirpy and chilled out about it all.
They give me like. They got me the therapy lady. She's good. So she like speaks to me about what to do, and now they've given me management skills of like, okay, so you have to know the difference between a hemorrhage and a stroke and a migraine, and then this.
That's gonna make more slightly a bit more like it's like how many of these things are there? Well, we're on number 3 of 20. Fuck.
So it's like because when I was
every time you smell toast,
Jesus. Because when I ended up in the A&E in February, that was because I had the severe migraine, and it affected my vision when I went blind. And then my balance, I was like...
Well, I mean, if you're already blind, you might as well,
and I couldn't see, Wonder, I couldn't even pick up the phone. And then luckily my friend called me at that time, and it was vibrating. I was like...
Oh, God.
See.
It's that little moment where you panic.
And my mum weren't here again. My mum wasn't there again. And I was like,
God.
by myself. I was thinking, no. Then the ambulance had to come, and then I was in my dressing gown again, and in the slippers.
If I were you, just stay out your dressing gown.
No, everyone knows me. Yeah, no, I've got a new one. I've had 3.
Just wear a hoodie instead. Just go and you get some of the posh M&S button-up pajamas or something. I don't know.
Yeah, everyone who knows me knows I'm like the dressing gown queen. Like,
well, I bet you are now. I mean,
gown is like
cozy. It's like you can't beat a good smoking jacket.
Yeah, exactly. So now it's like every time I get a migraine and stuff, I have to make sure, okay, is it affecting my vision? No. Okay, it's okay. Is it affecting my balance? Yes.
Your mum's right there.
A&E, like, yeah.
You have to take like aspirins and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I don't take nothing.
What? You don't take any medication to go along with...
No, I was on the medication. I was on the other medication. When I had it. It was like, you have to take it every 2 hours, every single day. So night time, daytime, this time, blah, blah.
How do you sleep?
You don't.
No.
Every 2 hours, you don't.
My ex had that. Like, she had something going on, like a bit of dirt behind her eyes.
Yeah,
and I had to keep waking
every
up
2 hours for months. I was like, I can't do this
because like, where's your brain?
Yeah,
because you're just exhausted, and it's like, ow,
yeah.
ow, ow.
They said it's worse than having a newborn, and I was like, yeah, because I've been with a newborn, and it's perfect. I would rather have a newborn than have the tablets every 2 hours. Yeah.
So like, so they don't keep you on any sort of blood thinners or anything like that?
No, they did, but it's finished, and now they say I have to take the cocodamol if I get the migraines, but I'm not good with pills.
No,
I've never been, because I'm like, just fix it. Like, I don't want the pills. I'm just like that. Yeah.
No, I'm the same. I'm like, I won't take an aspirin until it's like absolutely need to.
Yeah.
Or it's like, if you're gonna do it, just go straight to
put me on a drip.
Just cut straight to
just give
cut straight to the good stuff.
Give me the morphine or whatever.
I have a lax attitude.
Yeah. Like, they have been trying to make me take some other stuff, but I'm
like tramadol or stronger stuff.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't really want to.
No, I mean, because then they're always like, oh, it's addictive, and there's always side effects and other shit.
And because of the side effects of all this brain stuff, I'm like, I don't want any more side effects.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the ones. No, I'm not happy with the ones I've got, but I'm like,
that's
enough.
Yeah, it's like, you've got a nice little cluster.
No
here,
more.
We understand the cluster.
Yeah.
We don't need to add to.
No more, because it's just long.
Do you think that? I mean, so I mean, like, so what's been the sort of? I'm sorry if we've already asked this, but like, what's been like the best thing about the experience? Actually, let's try that.
The best thing is just knowing what I actually know exactly what I want in life, and like that's what.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah, I know my purpose. Like, basically, if it's not creative and if it's not healing, I'm not doing it. So
that's pretty, I mean, that's like, a lot of people go through a midlife crisis and all that other stuff.
That's it.
My second one of the year.
So was there a time you were doing things that before this experience that you didn't really want to do?
Yeah, I was working. 24 hours.
It's not much fun, is it?
For dead money, like.
So now you're
struggling. Like,
so now that you've been through this, now you're like, I want to focus.
Yeah, I've retired. I'm never working a normal job again.
Good.
And I'll collaborate. Like, I like collaborating with people and working in that sense. Yeah. And I love freelance work.
Yeah, we ain't paying you for this, by the way.
Yeah, I know that.
I think we made £10 from the podcast.
It's a
We've
blessing.
been here for years.
I got my water.
And if you're Adidas and you want to sponsor us.
Yeah. But like, working the dead jobs, I'm not doing that again. No. I've worked since I was 14 years old. And I'm not doing it again unless it's like freelance software, like
where
healthy.
You're in charge.
Where I can say yes, or I could pick the hours, or or obviously acting. Sometimes that's going to be difficult because it might be long shoots, long hours. But with that industry, they cater to people with disabilities.
Yeah, like, you may have answered this already. Have you done any roles since you've
a few like little, but I've done like radio and like radio dramas, podcasts. Not podcast.
I'd love to do some of that stuff. Actually,
what's it like? Voiceovers. I've done the podcast.
There we go. High five.
Yeah. And then like voiceover work, which is fun. Like, I love doing that.
How do you get into that? For what? I'd love to try that.
I've done it for Spotify. I've done it for like audio books.
Wait, which Spotify?
It was like it was like an advert for like FIFA or something.
I don't
like
know
that.
about someone to pay for it.
How do you get that?
I have a voiceover agent. Yeah, it's good money. Voiceover agent, but also my acting. Yeah, the voiceover one. How did I get into that?
I really would love
I think I made a voiceover, like just recorded one, and then send the little demo to different companies, and then whoever likes your voice, they sign you up, and then they've brought me in with quite a few little gigs, and then my agent also.
Have we got anybody of me doing the sexy voice?
We've got
good. All right, we've got a few clips. All right, let's use that. I want to build a portfolio.
I actually sent one in years ago. I never heard back from it.
Yeah, I did one for the BBC once.
Yeah, get on it,
the news reporting. But it was like, they were just like, nah. It was for the South or something like that.
Pays alright. Like, I love the radio dramas like that you get where it's like some tense scene and like it's like that. Yeah, like I did one for BBC Radio 4. BBC Radio 4 3. And it was fun. Like, I loved it. And obviously you're sitting down like this, lovely people and
bless you.
Great scripts. You get to like, so I love it. I love anything that's creative, it's like not. I love it.
I saw one of you rapping as well.
Rapping? Which one was that?
It was it was the Holy Beef, I believe.
Oh, that.
Yeah. Because you were like standing up being a badass, and it's like, I was going to ask you about like, originally I was going to ask you about, then you started talking.
So
fun. It's way more fascinating than any of the questions I had.
Yeah. So I got that job because I worked in a PRU, like with young people. When young people get kicked out of mainstream school, they go to a PRU, which is
what's a PRU? Is that,
it's
what's
like
that
a pupil referral unit.
Okay.
Which is like a school with less students, with the kids who are considered
and more coppers.
Yeah, but I don't like to say bad because school's not for everyone.
No.
But
before you continue, how were you in school?
I was alright, you know. I was chilled. Like,
They
to
always
be
say
fair,
that.
like I'd bunk off a bit, but like one thing with me, I always done my homework. I wasn't necessarily good in the class
Well, yeah.
and in the
No
lessons,
distractions there.
but I
It's
did
like-
the homework. So my mum was like, yeah, as long as you do your homework, you're good.
In other words, your mum's like, sit down, you're not leaving until you've had your vegetables and done your homework.
Yeah,
Every day.
so I was alright. And the subjects that I liked, I did good.
Oh, yeah.
The subjects I didn't like, see you later.
Yeah,
We're
same.
smoking, go out, you know. Obviously, you pick your A levels, so you pick what you like, right? So, yeah, I don't know why I picked English. I
chemistry,
picked
'cause I wanted to be a
English. I'm like,
doctor.
why? Yeah.
Yeah,
But sports and acting, yeah.
it works out. You know, you're doing pretty well with it.
Yeah,
let's face it.
yeah,
I mean, you're
yeah.
gonna, like, I mean, I've got
been
your
quite
like.
creative.
I think we did a quick print of your.
You got my resume, my
that's
CV.
Right. Marlon did a little print. And I, you know, I was like, shit. I
Yeah.
should actually looked at Hitler and Henry VIII. You've played.
Oh yeah, that was years ago. Oh my
2011
god.
apparently.
Oh yeah, long time.
How does it play? Did
Can't
you play
remember
Hitler?
what I did. No, I don't. No, it wasn't like.
That's some Netflix gender
I was
swap
not
right there,
Hitler.
you know, like,
I was
like,
not
like,
Hitler.
"Yo!"
Yeah, that was years
Straight
ago.
in, and
But
they-
even stuff, you're bringing up stuff that I can't even remember.
Well, I mean, you had a brain hemorrhage,
Yeah.
so you know, like, I mean, I wouldn't blame you. Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna feel kind of guilty if I start pushing you for that one.
And some stuff's probably not even on there.
I've got like 3 pages. The Burning Chicken.
What's that?
You played Maia in 2023.
I can't remember what that is.
Can't remember.
Yeah,
Well, you
I
probably
don't
should
know.
cut some of these ones if we can't remember. It's like you just say yeah.
Is
one's
that what it's
great.
called? The Burning
I've
Chicken?
got the Burning Chicken, and you played Mala. Sorry, in 2023.
I guess I did.
Okay. You've got wait, which one's the one you remember best?
No, I remember most of them. But I don't know why
sure,
you did
yeah,
it.
backtracking.
I can't
There's one, I
remember.
think there's one
We'll get it in post. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I think there's one you wrote as well.
Alpha and Omega. Yeah, I wrote that one and I
Where's
acted in that
Got
one.
it.
Yeah.
That would be.
I wrote that one.
2021.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah,
you
so
wrote just
that
for
one
your
was.
hemorrhage?
Yeah, that one did good in Jamaica.
I did.
Yeah, and in like
So
the
what-
film
So what's
festival.
the film about first? of
That
all?
one's about a couple, like a Rasta couple from London. They're young, quite artistic, and it's the girlfriend who I played gets diagnosed with cancer. Like I didn't specify which cancer, but she gets diagnosed with cancer, and it's just about their journey as a couple of whether going down like the chemotherapy route, whether to go the all natural, like holistic route, or to combine both. And it's just about their relationship and like the journey and the stress of it. It's like they live such a healthy lifestyle, but she's got cancer, and it's like you've got doctors telling you this, family telling you this, your partner telling you this, but it's like, what does she want? And it's just about their relationship. And then in the end, without spoiler, you know, she's got long locks as well. So like hair in the Rasta community, hair is like a strength, a sign of strength, a sign of like patience.
Did your hair fall out when you had to do the?
No, I did it before I had locks.
So that's all natural.
Yeah,
hair.
this is my
So
natural hair.
I'm
Yeah,
special.
this is my natural.
Point quickly. I've recently watched the Bob Marley movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, so I
Yeah.
can't even
And
say.
Yeah,
they all have dreadlocks.
Yeah.
And the actors are real life people who knew him. So they had to remove the dreadlocks and then put in the ones that they would have worn back then.
Oh.
And then put it in
shit,
a box.
that's dedication
and then
to your
stitch
role.
it, and then
Yeah,
remove it
every
and then
day
stitch it
they
back.
must,
I didn't know
because-
you could remove the dreadlocks and put them back on.
Well, if it's fake, I guess
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
just
guess
do,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Because
they
when
sell it.
when I was playing the girl, I had my like how my other hair was before I had
Yeah.
locks. So I got like a hairdresser, a loctician to put in like
Yeah,
the
the
fake
whole thing.
ones
A
for me.
loctician?
Loctician, like a locks.
The whole
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's a different kind of
Yeah.
hairdresser.
Yeah.
than a loctician.
Yeah.
I've got a lot to learn about.
Because you can
culture.
remove them and put them back on.
Well, yeah, I mean, we just covered that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
no,
glue.
but that's
Yeah, it's
weird.
crazy.
But like, you know, like
Yeah,
a
that's
hair glue.
weird.
Not glues that's sewed back on.
No, that's weave.
Yeah, weaves is a sewing.
But
Yeah.
how
I
do
know
you
about
put
that
locks
one.
back on? Is it like
No, you
twist it back
don't.
on?
Like, well,
that's
I don't
Nigerian
know.
as well,
I don't
isn't
know
it?
about
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I
Yeah, the
don't
whole
know.
thing.
That
I mean,
makes
mine's
sense, 'cause,
just
like,
natural. It's
yeah.
born like that. It just grew like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why with Alpha and Omega, like their dreadlocks are kind of looking like? they're
Yeah.
kind of
So
tied
like,
in
there's a
together?
scene where part of her hair starts falling out
Right.
because she decides to go through the chemo with the natural. She decides to combine both.
Yeah.
And then obviously chemo makes your hair fall out, and it's like a whole issue with hair, especially in the black community, in the Jamaican, in the Rasta community. It's like hair strength. So it's like a symbol of
Like a
losing
lion,
your
isn't it?
strength.
The whole lion.
Yeah. So
you're
it's,
bald though. I mean, like, you know, like,
I'm not Rastafarian.
he's
But
got a
you're
little
Jamaican.
beard.
I'm Jamaican, but I'm not Rastafarian.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting they're one and the same. I'm just saying, like, you know, like, shit, white guy in the middle. Okay, right. Oh fuck, we're getting
No,
another
it's
person
alright.
telling me I'm a racist.
No, you weren't.
It's like,
You weren't.
my family's not Rasta, so
Yeah.
I mean, like, is it? Because Rasta's like 20. There's like 20 million Jamaicans in the world, right?
I
Or
ain't got
quite
a
a
clue.
small. I think is it?
There's a
about
lot in my
Barbados?
area. I
There's
don't
about
know.
3 million.
I
on
don't
the
know.
island. I don't know. About
Yeah, and in
Yeah.
Barbados, it's like there's so few. The population's so small that
What, in
you have
Barbados?
to- I think my mate, he was Bermudan. That's it, Bermuda.
Oh yeah, that's a
And he
small
was saying-
island.
Yeah, 'cause he was saying you have to have an app to make sure you
Yeah.
don't shag your cousin. Accidentally.
What? No.
Yeah, when going out and just like make sure everyone like
Yeah.
checks the app to make sure they're not
That's
related.
mad.
Well, I'll
Okay,
say with,
no,
I'll
that's
say with
weird.
the whole Rasta
Yeah.
movement.
So I've got like an itchy nose. I'm not
Hay
sitting here
fever.
secretly sniffing away. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Well,
always been
I would say
interesting.
with the whole Rasta movement in Jamaica there was a big stigma with it. So
Yeah,
there was like-
yeah.
Well, I think that was predominantly.
I guess
brought about by
you could,
CIA.
I guess you can compare it to almost like in this country where people were turning punk or something.
Yeah.
Where people
Like rebellion.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
rebellion
yeah.
against
Yeah.
the
Because it's illegal. to have weed
government.
in
you're-
Jamaica, isn't it?
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just bizarre because it's such a cultural
Yeah,
association.
stupid. This
Such a
silly.
stereotype.
So like
Yeah.
people would dread their family, no pun intended, being a Rasta. So,
Yeah, because Jamaican is like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's true, it's true. Yeah. So yeah, that's what that
Yeah.
film was
And I
about.
remember being young and people be
So-
like, if I grew my hair, like, they didn't cut my hair.
Those were the days.
Those were the days. They'd be like, my uncles would be like, you turning Rasta? What's
Oh,
going on?
yeah,
Why you not
yeah,
cutting your
yeah,
hair?
yeah.
I just can't be asked.
Because it was a negative
Like, yeah.
stigma.
Yeah,
But
it was
like,
a
now-
negative.
like, I
But
have
even
to
now,
spend,
sometimes
yeah.
it's still a bit
Yeah.
negative as well. Like even
What do you think of like Gary Busey
They were
playing
seen.
Rasta?
They were seen as like lower class. They
Yeah.
were seen as, like,
Why?
'cause
And
of what
rebellious.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's sort of like,
you know, outcast. Because remember,
That-
Jamaica is like
yeah.
a Christian country,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
it's-
island
right.
is a Christian
Yeah.
island. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And I guess as well, where the locks now are like really nicely kept, really.
Yeah,
You go,
like-
you go to your loctician.
Yeah.
And everything. Back then it was a bit of a
If you
mess.
just let it grow,
Yeah,
like
it
yeah,
was a
you
little
That
didn't.
mess.
sounds like an
Yeah.
afro, but with extra
Yeah.
step, like with a couple of
Yeah,
Yeah.
like my
They-
mum
they
and
look-
my dad's
Some people
locks.
look rough.
Yeah.
It was a good thing.
How do you wash it? Because I mean, like,
Easy,
you've gotta keep
same.
the drip-
Yeah,
like,
you
they're
just wash it
braids, aren't
normally.
they?
Yeah, you just wash it
Just
normally.
like, do you have to keep
With aloe
do you
vera
undo it,
shampoo.
or-
Nah.
Because like,
Right now I've got it in twist, in two strand twists.
Right.
But like as
Because
you
like,
can see, it's just
because the hair
yeah.
fibres itself is a little bit flatter, therefore that's why it covers
Yeah.
up a bit more, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, like, I'm a little bit.
But like my mum and dad's
curious.
ones, they don't go to like the loctician or the hairdressers. They've never been. They just grow it natural,
Yeah.
like you know, like
I'm still not over that.
yeah. But me, because obviously I do acting and
Yeah.
this, that, and like my type of hair, it will just be, it will just knot up too much, and it will be
What
hard
made
to
you
manage.
decide to go grow the locks then?
I've always wanted them, like, because I'm a Rasta as well. I've always wanted them, but I just felt like when the time comes, it will come, and I think I just woke up one day. I was
just
like,
did it.
yeah,
How
I'm
old were
ready.
you?
I've had these 6 years now.
Okay.
I
What,
want to
same
say
locks?
maybe 6 years in June, 6 or 7.
years.
And then
That's
also
good.
it was like I did it. I wanted it for ages, and then when Grenfell fire happened, I lost a lot of people from there because I
Oh,
worked.
really? Oh, yeah,
I was working in the
in the
school.
area, innit?
I was working in the
Oh, my
school
gosh.
below, and then I lost a few people, and I was just like,
Jesus
over my life, I've lost a
Christ.
lot of people, like
You've
in
been
bad
through a
ways,
lot.
you know, like through murder, through fires, through things like that. So I just thought, you know what, like, I just wanted to have a change. Like, so a year later, on the 14th of June, I thought I'm gonna lock my hair and just try a new path. Like, for me, it's a spiritual thing. Like, it's about patience. It's about like
How long does it take
strength.
to kind of get to the point where you get
Where
where it
it-
looks
Where
cool?
it looked locked, because
Yeah.
my hair was long anyway.
Looks
Like,
cool,
it was
I
up to here before I cut it, like quite short, and then I locked it. It took a while because my hair's quite curly.
So it grows into locks.
Yeah,
as
and I
you
had to
go.
keep getting it twisted. I had to keep twisting it because it was quite curly. So yeah, that took a while.
Because you're not mixed race, are you?
My mum's mixed race.
Your mum's
Yeah,
mixed race,
my
right.
dad's black. Yeah,
Right.
my dad's Jamaican and my mum's half Guyanese, half English.
Right,
but
right.
yeah, the English is like, madly enough, Ukrainian.
Oh.
Yeah,
Happy days.
yeah, kind of.
Very popular around here lately.
It's quite weird.
Yeah,
It's quite strange.
I just want to go back to the film thing, and I just want to ask, like, with Down for a Mega, because that came out in 21. How long was the film, and how long did it take you to write it? Like,
it took me. It was quick
like
to
your
write.
first ever?
Yeah, it was quick for me to write. I just had a dream. I said, "This is what I want to write." I wrote it.
How
My
many pages
friends.
was
It was like a 20-minute film, 15-minute film.
So how many pages is that? Like?
20
yeah,
pages.
20
Usually
pages
a
maybe.
page
Because there's a lot of visuals as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, like I
always
really
thought it'd
enjoyed
be
it.
like a massive
It's
stack.
usually a page a minute.
I'm thinking
When
like
they
Hollywood.
Where they teach
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, and then my friends were like, I had a friend that was a producer and a friend that's a director, and then I just went to them. I said, I want to make this film. Like, help me get funding, help me do this.
And that's how you
And
got a
then,
budget.
yeah,
together.
like a little budget. It wasn't major.
Yeah.
It was like small,
That's really
but like
something
we
to be
just
proud
put
of,
our
though.
own kind of heart and soul into it, and then the music that I wanted, I was like, I need to have reggae. I need to have this. So then. It's mad. My whole life, I told you, my life is mad, yeah?
Really cool.
So listen, I had I don't know if you know Chronix, Kabaka Pyramid, and Damian Marley.
Oh,
They're like
Damian Marley.
I know about Damian Marley, yeah.
So they're obviously reggae
They're pretty
music.
famous there.
Yeah, famous musicians. And I was going on Damian Marley has this boat, right? This reggae cruise, and I was going on his boat, and that's where I met like loads of.
Wait,
the
you actually met
artists.
Damian Marley?
Yeah.
And you were hanging out with him?
Yeah, he had partying. Yeah, it was
How do you have
hot.
time for all this?
This is what I mean. My life was active before.
How did you end up on a boat
And
with
like
Damian
I'd end
Marley?
up in like random festivals in like Belgium.
What, so was this in Jamaica? Where was this?
Oh, the boat.
boat, yeah.
It goes Miami and then it goes Jamaica
Right.
for the week. It was like a party boat.
Is it
And
sort of like you just sign up for it? Or
yeah,
do
yeah. You
find
just buy
yourself
the
on
ticket and
I
you
want to go
just
on a boat
go.
with Damon Marley.
Yeah,
I mean, like, you know,
it's wicked. Like
I'd be
it's proper
sitting there
good.
being
Nah,
like, well,
it's
this is
amazing.
definitely better than
It's
working
proper
at
good.
Supermarket.
Like, and then at that time, that's when I was writing the film, and I'd met some of the other artists like randomly in like Belgium or like random festivals.
Belgium's bizarrely cool.
I know, like, but they have good
It's very
reggae
conservative,
festivals.
but also very cool.
Yeah, like the festivals out of England are like for reggae on point. So I just meet them. I made friends with a couple people, and then you know you follow each other on Instagram. You see each other perform, and
We
you're
heard you've got a couple of
creative.
famous people on Instagram as well.
Oh.
Who's yeah, like,
Do I?
There's one comedian. I can't remember his name. I think he's probably Jamaican as well.
Oh, maybe.
I can't remember his name.
well,
I'll
that's
look it up
fun.
later.
Never mind that.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you are that famous follower, hi. Follow off point. Just do it now.
Yeah,
we need the help.
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
desperately.
Yeah,
But
So yeah, I asked them. There was like a track that I wanted from Chronix and a track that I wanted from Kabaka, but the track from Kabaka, Damien had produced it, so I had to get like
Signed off
permission. So I asked, and I was like, "Please, I'm making a film." Like, I
Sign
told
it
her, and
off.
obviously the film is about Rasta, like,
Yeah.
and about like health, and it's to do with the culture, right? So
I think
they were
it's
like,
a
yeah,
good on that.
they were like, just have it. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's nice.
Aw, that's
yeah.
sweet.
So I was so happy. Now we're just cool and
So you just hang out. Did you ever just sort of message like these people, like, you know?
yeah,
famous
like some
ones
of them
and-
follow me on Instagram and stuff like that, and we just chat like if they've got a festival. Like I know people that work for them, or
Did they like ask you to come along and like, you know, like get?
I've
like,
been
sort
to
of
like their
ticket and
festivals,
that?
yeah, a couple times, yeah,
It's
yeah,
really cool,
yeah.
like backstage passes.
Yeah.
You know, play the little VIP.
And it's good, and it's
disabled
like-
card.
It's done. Yeah, now I can. Now
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can.
Just sit there. I have a blue badge. I think I'm fine to have a blue badge, and I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah, but we keep it just chilled, innit? I like connecting with people who are like on the same journey of like promoting health, promoting the music, promoting good stuff, and not promoting nonsense, you know.
No, exactly. Yeah, it's like, you know,
I'm
it's
not
like,
really
it's
about the gun and the yeah,
What's the gun?
the guns and the, you know, some music it just
Yeah,
promotes
Like
nonsense.
drill. and
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't
Yeah,
tend to
like
listen
some
to it,
they're talented
I'm still
people, you know.
stuck on Stereophonics, I'm that one. You know, I'm just like, I'm sitting
But
there,
yeah,
I think
like,
I've peaked at
I'm
early
very
2000s.
fussy, yeah, with what I
Do you listen to it?
Decide
But, do you
to
listen to
choose.
it, but you don't promote it?
what drill.
Yeah.
I've listened to drill because I work with young people, and I've worked with young people who make drill. I've listened to them. They're very talented, but then I say maybe we should change that word for this
Yeah,
word.
What's
or-
the difference between drill and other? sort
drill
of
is
rap?
just got
I'm
more of
assuming
a
rap, right?
more of a violent-y
Yeah,
tone.
very bad. I think it stands for kill.
I think it started in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's like,
enough said.
it started
yeah.
in Chicago, and it kind of came. But the beats are good.
Yeah.
You know, they're quite good. And then
It's quite impressive. Like, I mean,
and when you can rap to it or like, you know, say some stuff over it, it's quite a talent, to be honest. But yeah, I don't
They
advocate.
talk so fast.
the violence. I don't really like the violence because music has powers.
Does it have to be about violence? Or
No,
is it
no,
sort of
no,
like,
definitely
so you
not.
sing about your mum or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But what made it, what the industry pushed was the violence.
Yeah.
Why was it pushing the violence then?
Well, I think the problem with
drill.
drill, they will mention certain people from certain who they
Yeah,
have
like
problems
from
with,
certain
which causes problems.
Like people would like,
sounds
what's
like
the
a
word
bit-
when you put yourself in the frame by mistake?
yeah.
Like some people have gone to prison because
Yeah.
of what they've said in drill.
Yeah.
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 What, but it's
For like basically saying I
Wouldn't it
killed
be
this
honest
person
opinion?
or
Yeah.
I heard this person.
shit.
Yeah.
Or
So
I
they
did
admit to
this.
crimes in their
Yeah,
raps.
like
Yeah.
there's a
That's
word
just
for
fucking
it, but
dumb.
I can't remember.
Self-snitching.
Yeah, self-snitching.
Yeah.
But why would you self-snitch?
Well, if you're young, you don't know,
Yeah.
innit?
But I mean, like, but then surely, like, if you're a young kid being like, yeah, that's right, I killed Tupac or something like that. I mean, obviously you probably didn't because you're probably too young.
was
And
too
it's like,
young, but
But also the problem is they mention somebody who's been killed, so they'd be like,
but what if they
they'd
just
be
knew
like,
them?
for example, they'd be like, Les got killed, and they're making a mockery of it.
yeah,
and
like,
now
they'll take the
what?
piss.
Yeah.
Why would you take this out of the dead?
Yeah.
Alright,
They have
come on,
problems
there are
with
rules.
because the
Yeah.
areas might have problems.
Life is mad,
Yeah.
you know. Like,
But I mean, it just seems.
yeah, and then because it gets promoted a lot because it makes money, it's like, yeah, I don't really support it too much.
I think the police then started taking down videos. And
Yeah,
stuff,
and then it's like,
They
yeah.
do take down videos from anything
From
on
YouTube
now.
and
Like, I
stuff.
watch a lot of history ones. Sorry,
Yeah,
sharing awareness. You know, like, but like, you know, I watch a lot of the World War II stuff.
And they took it down.
I'm a white guy in
They
his
took down
30s. They
Hitler's
do.
show.
They do.
They
It's like, you know,
took
anything that has a.
They
Like, I mean,
took it
you want to watch
down.
anything on the Holocaust? It's like, you know, like it's all blurred out, grey. It's already quite
Yeah.
difficult to find out what's going on anyway. Like,
Yeah,
it's really kind of like get to the point where I'm just like, come on, guys, you know,
Yeah.
like, I don't have a bloodlust.
Remember,
for
they
anything, but-
censor. They can choose what they want to censor and what they
so
don't.
annoying. I hate that. I think that
swear.
everything should be kind of in the open because otherwise it desensitizes us to real life.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you end
and
up more shocked.
You
in
don't
a
know
worse
what's true
place.
and what's fake. Like that's
crazy.
the issue now. Is like, what's real? What's
Yeah,
real?
oh God, the AI
Who is
thing.
real?
The AI
Like,
thing. It's like, yeah,
is
it's
this
like,
a person or
Yeah.
like
oh,
a robot?
Like, Obama
Like,
just said what?
yeah, and like they
It's
can,
like, no, he didn't.
you know,
But,
put
like, so
Adobe Photoshop.
Yeah.
Put your head on some
Instagram. And you're
weird
just like, I don't think
OnlyFans, and like that's not you. You know what I mean?
It's like, I didn't know I had boobs.
Yeah, it's crazy out here.
So like,
It's-
of all your films and that, like, and like, you know, like, what's been your? So I only keep
Oh, my
going back. Like,
favourite.
yeah, which ones? Yeah,
Oh,
go on.
I
Like,
don't know,
so
that's
what's
so
been your best
hard.
project? Because you've done so many of them.
you know, my best
to kiss ass
project,
or
I
anything.
think.
I mean, yes, genuinely, like Soldier. In the
I
Robot
think my
Stone,
best projects are the ones where I get to travel. So I'm gonna say the Snickers one
Snickers.
because obviously I got to meet Klopp and
Cool.
like we had
That's very
a
cool.
very very fun time and there was millions of Snickers. I've never seen so many Snickers in all my life. Like
get to
just
take a
in
bunch.
Yeah,
boxes.
You get to take a
I
bunch
took
off.
some, but I
Just come
It
back,
was a
like,
lot,
come back
like-
diabetic, like.
yeah, I've never seen so much like pride in a Snickers bar. Like yeah.
So behold,
So that
the
was
golden
fun.
Snickers.
Yeah, and then I did a theatre show in Sweden for 2 or 3 months. I can't remember how many months.
So
It was
cool.
3 months. I did a theatre show where I got to live in Sweden for 3 months.
Wow, do they pay for like your
Yeah,
accommodation and everything?
yeah,
nice.
and
That's
it
well
was.
cool.
I love Sweden. Like I had the best time. It was cold.
Yeah.
For
it swings around
minus a 15.
Minus 15.
What,
Yeah, it was
what
wild.
what do you prefer, like theatre, or do you prefer film, television?
I like both, but
Oh,
I
come on,
trained
pick.
in theatre. Yeah, I like the audience, the energy and stuff like that you get from the live performance. I love that.
Get to see people's reactions.
Yeah. But I also love like filming things in random order and just seeing the end product, and it's like
That must be
wow.
weird.
Like,
That must be weird. You might film like in the
like
middle
the
of the
death.
film.
You film the death of
Yeah,
your
it's
mum, like, and then
Find out that you died as a character. Oh,
Yeah.
come on, guys.
yeah, like I love that though.
What is that like? Do you go to like a premiere of the show or TV or whatever?
Yeah, you go to the
then
premiere,
you're like,
all like this. Like,
you
just-
watch it,
yeah.
or sometimes they
Really
send
weird,
it to
yeah.
you beforehand because you want to watch it.
You're like, oh, that's why we did that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like you're sitting there. It's like
and you
that's
see like
15
the other
minutes.
shots,
Yeah.
like just how creative it is, like
Yeah.
that they've put something together. So
Yeah.
cool. Like I love
I
that.
never really
and-
thought about it that way.
Yeah.
quite good
And there must be
fun,
other
actually,
scenes
yeah.
you're not involved in that
Yeah,
you shot, and you're like,
yeah.
oh, and they connect that
yeah,
together.
I
yeah,
had that.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, because I just got told to take the after. I was like there for a weekend for a student film, and like in Indo, and it was so cool.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
like,
cool,
They
right?
did half of it at my house.
Oh,
But, yeah.
cool.
But I was
yeah.
going to ask, like, so you mentioned before about the live interaction with the audience. Do you find the poetry audiences that you have these days a bit more?
Oh,
what's
I
the
love it
difference?
as well. Yeah, that's been a very healing thing for me because I lost my memory. I lost a lot of my poems that I had written
Yeah.
in the past, which was depressing because I was like,
sucks, yeah.
I cannot remember, and I've written it. Right, it's wild, isn't it?
It is weird.
So yeah, then when I I've written a book, like a poetry collection. It's not out yet. Hopefully next month.
Oh, yeah, good luck.
Or June or something.
Who's publishing it?
Myself.
I think
Yeah.
something like that, yeah.
Amazon. No, I don't know.
It's tough.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna do it myself, I think. But it's like
Do an audiobook.
a lot. Yeah, I might.
Fun.
Yeah,
do it. It'd be better.
and I might
Most
do
of
some
it's
like
gonna be-
videos, like some visuals to it.
Well, we'll put out a few of them.
Cool, thanks.
'Cause, you know, we have a
Yeah,
channel now.
yeah.
Happy days.
So that should be
Check
out
that.
soon. But I've written that like it's 30. At the time when I had the brain hemorrhage, I was 33 years old. So I've written 33 poems,
Oh, that's
and
great.
they're in like little sections about life, love, and loss. So each.
I did exactly that.
Yeah. So that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'll send you a link
send it to
sometime,
me.
but I'm not trying to
Yeah.
self-promote there, but like, 'cause I think yours is probably. A
I'll
lot
read
better.
it. Yeah.
Please don't.
Not why.
No, it's just sort of.
Oh.
I mean, like, you know, then the Americans.
Well, let
won't
me
have
have a go and read
Alright,
it.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
I'll send you
And
the
it's got
link.
like illustrations and
Yeah, I
that's
don't get paid for it because they told me that it wasn't selling. I'm like, bullshit. My mum bought
Oh.
6. You know, she gave them to me as a joke Christmas present. Oh,
God,
that was
that's nice.
really embarrassed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like a different kind of vibe then.
Yeah.
So
So now I've like got the first time I performed after this hemorrhage, I can't even remember. I think it was sometime like late last year or like in the summer.
So only 6 months ago then.
Yeah, and I was like, am I gonna? And I don't like reading from the book. I do sometimes from the paper or from my phone, but I like to learn it. I think it's the actor in me. I like to be
of
off,
course.
and I like to just
And then
like it's fun, connected. So I did a
and
poem,
if you
and I
forget
was
one, no one knows anyway. You made it up.
and in poetry scene, like if you forget stuff, they just click at you, and then it comes back.
That would antagonise me. I'd
It
be
just
like,
comes
"You
back."
Look at me again. I swear to God.
No, but I like it. They're like, and
I
then,
was in like a memory.
or they
Yeah,
just
of course,
click
yeah,
to
'cause
say
it
like,
was-
"Come on, you
got
got this." Yeah, and it's nice. Like the scene is nice. Like
Is it quite a
people-
cozy scene?
yeah, it's like not pretentious. Like I've never
That's
really
like a little
been.
pretentious to click in.
No, but sometimes, well, the
Okay, I'll be
poetry
honest
ones
with
I've
you,
been
like-
to, sometimes they do
Yeah.
little gunshot, like a little wheel up or whatever, you know, depending on what you're saying or where you're at. But yeah, I've been to some very conservative ones that are quite like,
Our conservatives.
you know,
The joy of the country.
yes, rather.
everyone loves
Have you always been into the poetry then?
Not I just was doing monologues
Right.
like through acting,
Right.
and then I won a few awards from that, like
Wow.
doing
Did
monologues.
you write them? as
Yeah,
well?
some of them I wrote, some of them I from plays, but I just switched it up a
How many
bit.
awards have you got, by the way?
Maybe 5, 4.
Wow, nice. Yeah. Which ones? Any cool
3
ones?
from Monologue Slam UK.
Cool.
Or is it 4? 3, and then I've got 2 for like film, like short film things. Yeah, like newcomer or whatever.
Sweet.
Little, I'm waiting for that BAFTA though.
Oh, yeah, go on, you get yourself one.
Have you been to the
Pretty
BAFTAs?
Nah, I've been for like other things, but not for the actual
Yeah,
BAFTA
yeah.
show. Yeah, nah, that would be cool.
That would be
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be cool. One day.
One day, we can all
that would be
dream.
Cool.
Oh yeah, but like, so,
Yeah.
sorry, so I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but like, yeah, go on.
But
So,
like the
so-
poetry scene has been, it's quite chilled. Like I like it. I actually sometimes prefer it more than the acting scene because sometimes I'm not really. I get a bit shy, like
Yeah, because you
with-
mentioned that was before, like
yeah,
with
like
the
I'm
whole-
not really on a networking.
No, it can be a bit.
Yeah, I'm not good with it. I don't really
No, yeah,
understand
'cause you
it.
get, like, if you
I
get,
just
like,
like
5 or 6
chatting to you
people-
if you're cool, like
Yeah.
if like we just get.
Yeah, you don't
the
want to go
vibe.
over there. It's like, hi, I'm so. I'm
Yeah, I'm
introducing
not
myself
good
for a
with
purpose,
that.
and
Like
then
I'm always like everyone always says to me
we used
like.
to call it getting the golden ticket.
You never come to the pub after, or you never come to the bar. Or
yeah,
like,
'cause it's
I'm
like-
like the type of person. I do the job and I go home like
Professional.
straight away.
Yeah.
And some people have got annoyed with that, and some people.
But sometimes
get
there
it.
needs to be a separation between
Church and
you
state,
and
yeah.
the work. Sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
during some theatre jobs that I've done, because obviously after the show, people go to the bar, they mingle, they have fun, get drunk, whatever.
That's
I'm not really a drinker like that. Me, I like my bed. I love my dressing gown. I like my little,
Themes,
little
healing
tea
and dressing gowns.
Yeah, like I'm just like I've just done 3 hours on stage. Let me go to my bed.
Yeah.
Let me see my mum. Let me see my
exhausted.
friends. Like,
I
yeah.
guess it's just the culture as well.
Sometimes I'll, socialize or whatever, but I'm getting better.
Have a little bit of mystique to you. Like, a
I'm
little bit
getting
of
better
fun.
with it because I get a bit anxious with it.
Now,
And
some people do take it to heart, like you just.
yeah, no,
sometimes
they
it's
get
not-
pissed.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not personal most times.
Yeah, they get
You just want
pissed.
to go home.
And then the next day you
Yeah.
go in and there's like some mad drama that happened last night when
Yeah.
so and so got drunk
Oh.
and this one got off with that person, and I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't
it's like, all right, cool. It's nice to be back at school.
Yeah,
It's
So,
like, oh, no way.
yeah.
I guess as well, it could be a good thing you get to miss any drama as well.
Yeah.
Because there's
and
a lot
I'm
of
just
drama
not
in
like, I
the
love
acting
my bed.
industry.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if it's already, you're
Yeah.
already there because of the
Yeah.
drama. Like, just kind of like,
Yeah.
isn't that, if actors have drama, does that mean that they're working off to overtime?
Yeah.
guys
So
do
yeah,
that.
the poetry scene, I just enjoy it because it's more chilled. Like I love hearing people's poems as well because I've met some people that have been through mad stuff, but I've met people
How
who've been
much
through
worse does it get?
mad
You're
stuff.
dying and shit,
Like yeah, I've been through even stuff about breakups or like people go through abuse or people go through like being sectioned or going prison or doing this.
It's an outlet, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
and I'm
you
like,
need
this is-
something,
Yeah.
It's surprising how many
Constructive
creative
to put
people
your-
get.
And if you
in
can
these
write that on
situations.
paper and get your thoughts out, it's like
form of therapy.
yeah,
I mean, if you've been
it's
searching,
nice,
you've probably
man.
not got much else to do.
Yeah,
but,
it's
like,
a good, and if you're brave enough to like share it, cool. Like
It's quite a
do your
personal
thing.
thing, though.
Because
Isn't
you,
it?
you get to sort of like remove it, all this pain,
yeah,
this,
yeah,
all
yeah,
this
yeah.
anger.
And some people do it in different ways
Yeah.
where they might make up a character, but it's really
It is quite
them.
fun
Yeah.
to make up a character.
Yeah.
So,
Just
like
because
to
they don't want
emphasize
it.
certain points
Yeah.
about yourself. Like, I think
Yeah,
when I was
yeah.
doing stand-up, I was doing like, up in the posh
Yeah,
guy thing.
so that's the main thing I like about it, and also like young people love it as well.
Yeah.
Like if you like, I do it a lot. Well, I did it a lot with young people where because they think when you think poetry, they think.
It does sound
what's
a
this
little bit,
dead
yeah.
Shakespeare, like what's this dead thing, I don't want to write about poems about
Yeah.
love and all sonnets and all that. Whereas me, I would say let's find a beat off YouTube, like find me a drill beat or whatever, or R&B beat or hip hop beat that you like, or let's make a beat and then you write to that. That's poetry, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's poetry
it's
is
any
not
kind of
just
pentameter, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's not just reading thou love your blah blah blah. It's
I'm
not that,
still a
you
fan
know.
of something
Yeah,
like my mistress. I used
be
that.
fun.
I used
Yeah,
that,
it's
no, I used
fun.
the mistress for.
And
like,
I'll say write about what you want. Like
Yeah.
if there's a girl you like at college, write about her. If there's someone
don't send
at
it to her.
school,
Do not
like,
send it to
yeah.
her.
You know.
It does not
No,
go
they
the way
have.
you think it will go.
they have,
Does it? Did
yeah,
it work?
yeah.
Top lads. Well done. Well, I take that back completely.
Or they chat. Or like, well, I'll give them a theme, or like sometimes I'll make them close their eyes and I pick a beat for them.
Yeah.
And I say, listening to this beat, what emotions come out from it? And they might say anger, this,
Living
that,
prison and
even
stuff, like-
violence or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, let's write these words on paper. Pick the words, let's make some lyrics. Let's
That's a really good
put a
lesson.
line. Yeah, it's fun. I
Because
just make stuff up as I
rap
go
is
along.
poetry as
Yeah,
well.
like,
Yeah, it is,
and
yeah.
then
I
there's
was gonna say,
another
how does that
thing.
blend in? Like,
Yeah,
it's
like
just- yeah,
sometimes I draw out lines from like certain songs, yeah,
Nice.
like from like Dave or
Yeah.
like the gigs or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
the rappers that they like, or like Central C,
I'm out of my depth.
the young
You
people,
don't know anything.
Eminem.
Yay! What?
No,
50
but I mean
Cent
like
as well?
50 Cent, but all like run and
There
then
was a UK rapper.
Yeah.
you just mentioned.
like
Yeah,
yeah, I'll
I'm
pick
on that,
out
yeah.
some
Yeah.
some
Lil Wayne.
ones that
I think
they
I peaked.
yeah.
I don't want to get any further
The Wayne's
into
about
this.
10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, I don't
Well, I
even
don't know. I don't
like
really
them.
listen to like.
But like, you know the whatever they're listening to, I
Yeah.
pick out the lyrics and then I'll pick some from. I got this from Akala. He's like
We
Akala.
talked about him last
Yeah.
time. He's Dynamite's brother.
Yeah. So I got I stole his lesson plan,
Yeah.
and then I'll take some words from like Shakespeare, and I'll put it in a little hat, and then I'll make them read it. And I'll say, "What is this from?"
Where were you when I was an English teacher? This is bullshit.
I do fun stuff, you know. I'm
Yeah,
like,
great
yeah.
idea.
And then I'll make them just make up stuff. I say, you got to rap about this for 30 seconds. Here's the beat. And then they just freestyle. And they say mad stuff. It's
They
cool.
don't realize they're learning.
Yeah, when I'll
Are
record
they allowed to
it.
swear?
Yeah. Okay,
Oh yeah,
just
of course,
swear.
yeah. Like, yeah, it's a PIE, yeah.
Obviously, I say to them, no like misogynistic stuff, no like racism and stuff like that. I say, keep it, you know, I don't want to hear no N-word. Because
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
people
yeah,
are
yeah.
cool with that. Me, I'm
Nah.
not really a fan.
It's the one
So
word
I
we
try
use.
to keep it, you know, because I think
Yeah,
there's
that's the Marlon.
and there's
the only
always
one I would
another
never
word. Yeah, there's always something else that you can use. Like
yeah.
there's a smarter way.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
like.
you call someone a bitch 15 different ways.
Yeah, well, I
The
just
thing is,
say
though, like, even like rapping, you don't need to swear. There's other
Yeah,
words you can use to get
But
your
there's-
point
Will
across.
Smith does feel a little bit
Yeah.
like when when you
Yeah, but you don't have to.
If
You
you
have to be
get
that.
angry-
You don't have to be that clean.
No.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Doc Brown.
But some of the girls, like
his
even some of the
hilarious.
girls that I used to work with, they were good at singing, or they would be a bit shy with singing, and then we'd do a bit of singing and stuff like that, and turn it into a poem.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you don't want to sing or rap or whatever, just get the paper and read it. Like it's fine. Yeah.
like, you know, you work with kids, because I mean, a lot of this is about confidence work, and you just said there, like, what's the major thing that you find as a youth worker, like working with these kids who are like in PRUs and in prison? Like, what is the thing that they need the most to kind of help them succeed?
They just need to be believed in. Like, they have a lot of low self-esteem. I don't want to say that, but they just think they're not good enough. I think
The fuck?
that's what it is. Yeah. Or they've been through stuff like with family, through school, through the police.
I mean, police aren't exactly known for
Yeah,
being
like
sensitive,
they just need love, you know, like that's it, I think, and just nurturing and direction, because a lot of these people, everyone's talented, you know, everyone has a talent, everyone has a gift, but it's about finding out what it is, and if you don't have anyone to like
channel that.
and most of it is creative, I think.
It's interesting how much, because there's a lot of creativity going on around, like, you know, like, I mean, I know that you're passionate about creativity, but it's interesting that, you know, like a lot of these kids and all that, they all tend to be quite creative people.
Yeah.
So
they have the biggest imagination. Like, you learn the most from children.
But you think like the creative industry is always like forgiving of your past as well.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So we like to think outside the box.
Yeah.
How big's the box?
But sometimes it's like, not every day does someone want to talk about the trauma that they've been through. So it's, or like, they might not trust you. Who are you? Like, I'm just some woman coming into your school to talk about stuff. They don't trust you. So you have to kind of build a nice rapport and just be normal. Like, you know, sometimes you get that. I remember when I was at youth work, when I was a young person. When I was a young person. And you'd get like those people coming in.
Oh god! Hi, buddy.
Yeah,
how are you?
and it's like, I beg,
no.
Yeah, like you're trying to like.
Hey guys, drugs are
relate
bad.
to the young people in a weird way, in a cringy way.
Yeah,
and they could see through it. They'll rip you apart. Like,
absolutely.
Even when you had like a supply teacher, you'd rip them apart.
Oh yeah, but I mean, they're fair game anyway. Everyone called Miss Mason.
So you just have to go like, just be yourself and just chat.
Yeah, because I found like
listen,
when I was younger,
be a listening ear, and
because like one of the most effective drugs chats I've ever had, like when I was a kid, I was like, because you know you get to that like 14, 15, you're like, what's it like? Because you don't know, it's a new experience, a bit like sex, whatever, you know, like when you're that age, you're curious about the world, of course you are, and if something's forbidden, you want to know why, and people never told you why, and that drove me nuts. But I remember after swimming once, I was sitting there chatting to this guy, and he was just like, he was about 20, and he'd made some bad decisions in life, but he was talking to me pretty openly and respectably about his experience. He said, look, I'm not just going to say drugs are bad, you're probably going to end up trying one or two, which, you know, people do sometimes. I personally didn't really, I don't know anything that, I don't like being out of control of my body. I'm just like not a huge fan of that. No. Even if like, you know, in the past, if I like get too drunk, I'm just like, eek. You know, like, it's like, well, I mean, you better carry me home at least once. You know, I mean, obviously I don't know until afterwards, but still, like, you know, like, my point is though that, you just sat there and was like, look, you know, it's shit, here's why it was shit, but I did it because it was fun, and I'm not going to lie to you and say, you know, like that drugs are just bad, and then not let you question it. He just sat there and he spoke to us like adults, and it was just such a refreshing
young people thing. They need more credit than what people give them.
Yeah, definitely.
They're smarter than the people that are running this country.
Nuts.
It's like, I will vote for them more than, you know what I mean?
It's like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna go over there and sort it out.
I rate them so much because they're just so like, that's what kind of got me into like acting and poetry, is seeing them doing their creativity and not being afraid as well.
I don't know, it's like cliche, but you were more inspired by the kids that you worked with as a youth worker then, or?
A lot of it is like that, because I was a shy person as well, very shy. Like, I didn't like, I was good with the creativity stuff, but I would never share it.
I was like that.
And then when I saw young people sharing it, I was like, wow, okay, cool, you lot are brave, let me try.
That's such an intrepid thing to do as well. Like, do you still get stage fright sometimes? Or?
Oh, I'm nervous all the time.
Yeah.
What do you do to overcome it?
Drugs.
No, not drugs.
Sorry.
Breathing.
I did drama GCSE, and then anytime I was on stage, I would just
and prepare.
Ignore the audience.
You have to prepare as well, like, and just know if you forget, it's not the end of the world.
Like, also, everyone's on your side anyway, because like, everyone wants to see you succeed anyway.
I guess the hardest thing we've probably done is the monologues.
Because if you forget, you're on a roll, and you're just like,
nobody to bounce off.
Nobody
to bounce off.
You just go silent.
It's like,
That's it.
Yeah.
Breathe.
just sit there, fuck it.
You have to breathe. Or just make it up. Do you know how many times I've made shit up on stage? Yeah.
Did it work?
Doing Shakespeare, half the time I don't even know what the man's talking
But that's
about.
the best bit because
And
everyone's
I'm
sitting there like, everyone's sitting
I
there
don't
like,
even know what he's saying.
Yeah.
I'll just make it up.
It's like, how beeth that?
You better pray that your colleague helps you, bro.
Yeah.
You
Just a
better
bloke looking
pray.
at you, just like, come on, how hard is this one? It's like, I take the Romeo. Come on.
Yeah, you just better pray. Like,
I guess the hard thing is like you've prepared and you know it.
yeah, like sometimes you've prepared so much,
Yeah.
but if someone else forgets,
Yeah.
or like I've been in a show where like someone's jumped a section to like, and I'm like, wait, we didn't even reveal this section. We need to go back. Well, how are we gonna do that? And it's like it feels like
a dream.
Yeah, it feels like 10 minutes, but it's literally 2 seconds, and then you're like, oh, back on. Yeah.
I remember one time. I remember one time I was at school. I was doing a play, and,
Yeah.
and you had to like remember the time of which part of the stage you walk across.
Yeah,
So
that's
like,
that's the hardest part
so
for
like,
me.
I need to
Stage left, stage
So
right.
I need to walk like 1, 2, 3, and then one time I messed it up. I meant to do it 4 times. I was on the other side of the stage.
Then you have to find your
and
way.
I'm like, how am I gonna get back to the other side?
I've done that.
Just do it as a pretend.
And
ghost.
costume change.
Make it funny.
Yeah, and you're
As long
like,
as you
which
make it
costume am I in now? I've done that. Yeah, I'm like, shit, what costume is it? What scene is it? You're backstage, you're looking through the script. What scene is it? What is it? What is it?
Panicking.
Yeah.
Wait, where am I?
And you just come on stage and you're like,
Yeah.
it's proper funny. But that's what makes it fun. Like,
Because that
it's
is an audience
jokes,
member.
man.
I think for the most
Yeah.
part, people don't notice anyway.
no one notices.
Yeah.
If you're
It's like
backstage, you're
yeah.
just shitting yourself.
Unless you like fall on stage or something.
Yeah, and sometimes you're not. Like I've had a friend who fell asleep because he wasn't on until the second act, or like some sort of second part, and he was sleeping. Everyone was waiting for him. We were just like, and is Edward coming? Is Simon coming? Yeah, like
So come on, Sleeping Beauty, let's go.
We've done it before.
Like
Yeah.
someone accidentally fell asleep. Someone's found the wine at the back.
It is jokes, isn't it? It's proper. I miss like the proper theatre stuff. I do miss it.
But like, are you going to go
Yeah.
back to that eventually, or is that like, what's the
I
ambition
don't know.
now?
They've told
with
me
everything you've
like
gone through?
that I need to not do it unless it's a nice, easy,
Unless it's a nice, easy.
like a sitting down type of play,
Yeah.
or like not because I'm quite active. Like I did one with belly dancing. Like
That's cool.
you can't be on a crutch belly
Yeah.
dancing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a
Like,
really hard art. I
yeah,
miss it,
I was
so I'll tell
shit.
you what,
I was
Yeah, I
so
mean, I was-
shit.
and she was amazing.
But it was fun. Yeah.
I think that was the moment I fell in love.
I was rubbish at it, but it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. And like just stuff like, even when I was doing the Swedish one, it's like you gotta change, come out, do this, jump on stage and back and
So much
forth. Like it's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
It's the rehearsals that are the hardest, I think, because it's full on, right? So
yeah.
you don't want to let the team down if you're not letting them down. But
No, I
you
mean,
know,
like, you know,
yeah.
everyone fucks up, and it's actually quite nice when you see someone fuck up a little bit. You know, like, if someone else makes a mistake, like,
Yeah.
the tension in the room just dies.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, thank God.
And I've seen like some actors who are in wheelchairs and stuff doing their thing. So
Well, there's one or two
you
in
know,
Doctor Who as well. now.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
I might
doing
get
their
on that,
thing
that'd
and
be fun.
stuff, and they might have different disability like cerebral palsy or whatever, or stroke or whatever. They're doing their thing.
But you
So-
still be like, I mean, like, you know, because I mean, it seems
Yeah.
to me that, you know, like, because you were saying before, like, oh, you just kind of could do it normally, but would
Yeah.
you judge yourself? Would you now define yourself as being a disabled actor? Would you be more like, you know,
Yeah, they
just
say
still an actor?
neuro. What is the word? I don't know. I'm not
What?
good with labels.
Neurodiverse.
Neuro something.
I would say neurodiverse.
Yeah.
No, neurodiverse would be like me.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know the name. They did say.
Yeah, medically weird.
They said something, but it's like brain injury, something.
I mean, that seems a little bit like,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, because I haven't spoken to you for
They
like
have
the
given
last
me
2
the
hours.
name, but I can't remember what it is. Yeah.
The irony.
I guess that really limits the roles you can go for. I guess.
Not really, because you
somewhat.
can still do you can still do normal roles, right?
Yeah, I can
Like,
still do
yeah, 'cause,
roles.
I mean,
It's
you're
just
normal.
me. What it is I'll just need more rest.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and sitting down more.
So a bit of a longer production.
Yeah,
time. I mean,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
normal.
yeah. And they're kind of good like that anyway. To be fair, even when you don't have anything.
Well, I mean, if you're unconscious, there's not much you can do anyway. And it's like, I wouldn't want to be the director that's responsible for brain hemorrhage.
Exactly,
Jesus
and they have
Christ.
to be open, like to people. Everyone's got a talent or issue or something, you know.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very good.
Kids.
It's very
Like
good.
some people have dyslexia. Like, I have
Lots of pet
dyslexia
children
as
too,
well,
yeah.
so it's like.
It's interesting. A lot
you
of
know,
creative people have.
You can't be
dyslexia.
prejudiced
Honestly,
against
one
someone.
of the best journalists I've ever worked with.
yeah.
She has dyslexia and she hates herself for it.
Yeah,
But
I used to hate it. Now I'm like, I found my way to learn.
When I was working with her, it was actually quite nice because it was like, you know,
Yeah.
like my mind gets a bit scattered sometimes when we're doing the editing and putting everything together, and like she would put in the she would fact check me, and I'm like, and then I would check her spellings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's how we work together.
It makes
It's
you
just,
more
left
like,
foot, right
it
foot.
does make you a bit of a perfectionist, like
Oh,
trying to,
definitely,
yeah.
But it makes you more attention. Ironically, it gives you more attention to detail. I think and it's like because you get that kind of, you know, like you make those mistakes over and over. You're just like, and
then
that
you realize
frustration.
what to change and what not to do. Yeah.
My nose gone completely red, by the way, because I am itching it for the last.
Have you got hay
half hour.
fever?
I don't know. It happened like last
mate.
week.
A bit early.
Probably hay fever. My
No,
mum's got it. I had it the other day.
Yeah.
It only gets me really June.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes,
Don't get it this time of year.
Yeah, sometimes I do. Just itchy eyes or whatever.
Yeah.
But
falling apart.
yeah.
Falling apart. It's after 30, all downhill.
No,
hangovers
uphill.
lasted
Come
2
on,
days.
we could do
My
it.
hangover lasted 2
I was telling
days.
Les that I threw my back out just getting something out of the drawer.
Oh my god, my knees
Yeah.
click now. It's fucked.
You're not even old.
Mate, I went jogging
Oh, man.
on Saturday on purpose. I say that I got dragged along, and like, you know, like, we're halfway up a hill, and she's only just turned 30, and she's like, yeah, it's no problem.
She's good.
Oh yeah, she does workouts on purpose, that kind of shit. Fucking ridiculous.
I love it. Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, but like there's me just like lumbering. Apparently I run like a dinosaur, and like all the other joggers laughed at me. And I was
Well,
like,
at least
I was
you.
like, I don't want to do
Well
it
done
anymore.
for going.
Yeah, exactly. and then apparently I was running off too fast. Don't go running with your girlfriend. It's scary.
I started.
No, it was fun actually. I had a really good day.
Yeah.
A few months ago, I started
Nice outside.
a few months ago, I started running again, and then I hurt my hip, and I was just like, great.
You didn't warm up.
Can't do
did
that,
you?
so
You didn't warm up.
I can't get away with it
That's
anymore.
right.
You got to really
didn't-
dive into something solid.
You
if
gotta
you're
warm
gonna get
up
away
and
with something.
stretch.
I was in pain for like a week.
No. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, 'cause
not a
if
fan
you
of
kick your
the
knee out,
running.
It's like there's nothing worse than like a knee. Okay, there is.
You should do
obviously,
yoga
but-
and Pilates.
Sorry.
Do the yoga.
My wife does yoga.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried that. Yeah.
She had to get me involved. in it.
Do it.
It's really
Pilates is good as well for a core.
Yeah. I'm not that flexible though.
Yeah, but you will be if
Yeah,
you.
you will. I mean, like, downward dog to like
Get
some
on
little
it.
snaky.
Yeah.
Like, to the cobra.
Yeah,
They've all got really cool
I've
names
seen
as well.
some
It's like Warrior
old
X2.
people.
Yeah.
I've got like a man in my class. Yeah, he's like 78. This guy is better than
He's
everyone.
doing all the upside down shit.
Yeah, headstand,
Ah.
everything.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and he's like, he puts everyone to shame, and I'm thinking, yeah, this is how I want
You
to
wanna
be.
be,
when
yeah.
I'm
That's impressive.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, because I've tried
Even
a
my
few
mum. My
times.
mum is on point. Like she's.
Are you able to do that then? It's like
Not
or is
my
it-
headstands, no, but
No,
I'll do
oh,
my.
Jesus
I do
Christ,
a
yeah,
little
talk about playing
like.
with fire. It's like worth it. Like,
No, nothing
it's not.
upside down. No pole dancing, no nothing.
So you can't go upside down at all with the brain
Not,
hemorrhage?
no,
So-
not for now. Anyway, they've said no.
That's I guess why swimming's probably out of the question as well. Actually, think about
Yeah,
it.
but I'm not going upside down in the
Yeah,
swimming
yeah,
pool.
yeah.
Do handstands.
I've never thought. I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
Like,
no upside down.
Wow.
Like,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, is there any other questions? Or should we wrap it up? Because I need to go to the toilet.
Oh yeah.
And I also have to go see
Yeah.
my friend in about
I
an
think
hour.
my equipment gonna die soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been absolutely fascinating.
Oh
I
yeah,
really
it's
want
been
to stay on.
fun.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, we could have honestly gone all night at this rate, but I
Yeah.
haven't eaten
No,
dinner
it's
yet.
been
So
good.
That's the thing when there's an interesting topic, you can just go on for
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah,
That
whereas
was,
my
I've
life's
got-
mad, isn't it?
yeah.
I thought it's just like.
I mean, there's so many other things I want to ask you about, like, you know, all the past stuff, but I'm feeling like, you know, we're asking
Yeah, part two.
Two.
We'll do part two.
I'd love that actually. Yeah, if you're up for it.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool actually, because like learn what it's like to grow up and
Yeah.
I want to know more about the Rasta stuff myself.
Okay,
but,
yeah, we'll
like,
do
you know,
one.
Not now though, because it's just
Yeah,
otherwise
next time.
I'm gonna
That's
delay
gotta be
now.
a Rasta next time you see him.
Come back. Well, me with dreads, mate.
Imagine.
Like, could you imagine? I can barely hold together a
I see
fringe. You know, like if I get a little bit clumpy here, I get told to sent down
Yeah.
the barbers. Like, yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
funny.
like,
if I just
could
see
you
it.
imagine me with Rastas? Like, I don't think my scalp would handle it.
Might.
Would it?
I can have a couple white rastas.
But could I braid this? Like, do I need to? How much? How
You
far
just
do
leave
I
it
grow?
and let it grow. But you would have
Yeah,
to
but
grow
no,
that
'cause it
quite
just
long.
fluffs up like this.
You'd
and I
have
end
to
up
grow
looking
it
like
quite
an
long.
You just get like it inserted.
No, that's weird.
No, I end up
That's
looking
not
like
true
that.
rastas,
I'm not
man.
gonna-
That's
yeah.
like some fake rasta.
No, I mean, I think
Getting it
that's
sewn
like
in and
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna,
like-
That's
I'm
what
gonna be in a
people
position
do.
where
Yeah,
people are gonna start
no,
getting me funny
like-
looks if I do that.
Unless you're doing it for fashion, but
Yeah.
if you're like doing it because you're for the spiritual
Oh,
reasons,
right, yeah.
then
But I
don't
think-
cheat because the whole
Yeah.
thing is about patience, right?
Yeah, I feel like most people now do it not for spirit. It's different.
Nah, yeah, it's for
now.
fashion,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's like in the.
I don't want to sound ignorant, but is Rastafarianism like a form of Christianity? Because it's like, I
No,
can't really...
like they do use the Bible like for some stuff, but it's not a religion. It's more like a way of life. Like they're all about like health, spirituality.
Why are other people saying that? That's a bad... Like, well, how is that, like, make them a
No,
lower
it's like, it's
caste
okay,
then?
but
'Cause-
like back in the day, people would say that it's like, oh, you're defying the government, you're
Oh, yeah,
running
'cause-
away from the Jesus thing, and this, that, or like
Oh, so
you're a
it's more like an
rebel,
out-group rather
you're a
than-
rebel, like.
And the irony of the fact
It's
that they
just
ended up
like-
almost like being... the
But
most
like they
iconic
are
part.
some of the smartest people. Have like they know so much about every plant, about food, about everything. It's like
That's
they
pretty
can heal
cool.
stuff, you know, like yeah,
I mean, that's really
yeah,
cool.
and just a way of life, like
So
I've learned it.
how does it affect like the way that you've healed now? So just last.
yeah,
question
no,
on
it's
this.
helped me just. Like my faith in the Most High is like, right, yeah, He saved me. You know what I mean?
When you say that, what does that mean?
The most, yeah. Is that
It's
like sort of
like
God? But
God, it
Jamaican
can be
version of
God,
or-
yeah, God, Jah, whatever you want to
Mars.
call it, Allah, whatever. Like, but it's like a love that I have a bit more. My heart is more. I just feel like a bit more open and free,
Yeah.
like, but free in like a holistic way, like, yeah,
That sounds quite a beautiful thing.
yeah.
It's
I
like,
feel
yeah,
free, like I'm just like, not like small stuff don't bother me.
It's like no rules and that.
Yeah, I
is
just
it?
don't
Like,
care. Like, but to be fair, I've never really like followed the rules like that.
Well, you shouldn't. I mean,
I
honestly,
do my
rules
own thing
rules
anyway,
help
like-
control the fun.
I don't watch the news. I'm not about that life.
No, but
I
it'll give
mean,
you anxiety.
yeah,
Honest to
I
God.
don't really follow them.
No, I mean honestly, it's
Yeah.
I know he was a journalist for
So-
5 years, and I just
Yeah.
Jesus,
That's a hard
that's
job.
before it really
Yeah,
kicked off as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
It's just
I
quite
just
scary.
whatever is
I
peaceful
still
and
am.
healthy, and is whatever I feel is right in my heart. That's what I go for.
Yeah, that's what, I think that's
yeah.
the best.
And it's not hurting no one, and it's not like destroying stuff. It's,
That's
just
quite a
do it,
beautiful way to end it then.
Yeah,
Alright.
thanks.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
inspirational.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really inspirational. And the whole
thanks.
story. I mean, the way you got through the brain surgeries and everything like that. like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know.
like,
I'm hoping
really
no
eye-opening.
more because they want to do one in
Well,
November, and I'm like,
November.
I'm praying it don't move, innit?
I mean, like, surely there's got to be a shortcut now. They've already poked you once.
Yeah, but they don't want to keep doing surgeries because
No.
it causes
Yeah.
more
Like, extra-
delays.
They can
yeah.
not go back straight through the. So much for the last
Yeah.
question, Jesus. So you're just absolutely
Yeah,
fascinating.
no, but
Do
they
not-
can't.
can they not
They
go
said
through the same
if
way
they do
before?
too many surgeries on the brain,
Yeah.
it affects. You have lasting effects, like
Fuck.
worse effects in it because it's
Yeah.
too evasive. That's the
Yeah,
word they
don't fuck
use.
with it kind of thing,
it's
like-
because they don't know everything about the brain. So and because I'm young,
Yeah.
they're like they don't want to fuck
It's
it up.
long
like,
term.
yeah,
Wow.
they don't want to make it worse. It's just like you never know.
I mean, honestly, it's so brave.
And you can't have a surgery back to back on your brain.
Oh fuck no.
Well, unless it's like
Because it takes ages to heal back.
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
it? Like,
yeah,
well,
yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
even heal, does it? I'm not sure.
just
I think
heals
brain
in a
tissue
different
doesn't-
way. I
But
think.
your one, they haven't gone through your skull, so
Yeah, they've
I
gone
guess
through
different.
the
It's the
artery
vessels
now.
and the veins
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
thing, but
yeah.
there's a
It's
gold
incredible.
thing. They put a gold thing in there.
right.
There's a gold. You got a
yeah,
plate.
yeah,
Cool.
a gold coil.
You got a little crown.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they
Like a
said it's
halo.
leaking, so I'm like, why is it leaking?
Wait, you got a leaky coil.
Yeah, that's
a
another
leaky
thing.
coil.
It's a lot.
A goil. Sorry,
Yeah.
gold. I'm so
Yeah.
so curious. I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means. You know, they don't really
Yeah, how
explain.
can you have a
things.
leaky
They don't.
gold coil?
Especially
It's metal.
I'm never gonna criticize the NHS.
No, we
but-
criticize them because
Yeah.
they don't explain.
Yeah,
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 I
you
had
need
to
to
go
understand.
with questions.
yeah. I
And
find if
record.
you have you ever been on private? About
They
you?
will not insure me now.
Okay.
Yeah, no, should be like
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
I
It's
tried
like
to get on
any
Vitality
criticism-
Healthcare. They were
Yeah.
like, nah. Even my insurance for traveling, £600.
Right.
They were
Oh,
like,
wow.
yeah,
That to go anywhere. Or?
That's more than the flight.
I know.
We just paid to get to Hong Kong.
I
Hey,
know,
Jerome,
yeah.
we're coming for you. You know, like, yeah, we're so
Yeah,
excited.
we're going in
Yeah.
May.
So
Hong Kong.
excited.
Yeah,
but,
nice.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
I mean,
cool.
the flight cost me
I
$390.
know.
I paid 9. You're lucky.
He had to eat £300 on extra leg room.
Wow.
Yeah.
The problems of being 6'6".
Yeah, but if it's a long journey,
yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, worth it.
yeah.
Well, I guess. I don't know. I've got little legs.
Yeah.
They're like normal people legs.
Oh.
It sucks. But it doesn't suck at all, actually. It's kind of convenient. To be
Yeah,
honest.
it's very convenient.
Well, it is until
It'll
you go
be
dating
fun.
and it's like everyone wants a 6 foot something. You're like, come on. I'm off by about 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah.
It's like, this is bullshit.
You hit your
It
head.
is,
You
it's
hit your head a
stupid.
lot. It's not as fun as it looks.
Well,
Oh.
we stayed in Nice in this like mezzanine, and I was the whole time just thinking. I wasn't just thinking about you. I was there with my girlfriend, but yeah. So it's like, oh, Marlon.
Marlon would
you know,
be
like-
hitting his head right now.
Yeah. But it was like the
He'd
ceiling.
be reaching the
if I
ceiling.
went, if I went like that, I could hit it. And
Oh,
I was like, I just
no.
want to bring Marlon here and just to see
Oh, that
what
must
it's
be
like.
annoying.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
It's like it would be like watching Gandalf walk around Hobbiton. It was
Oh.
hilarious.
How long
It's
was
like-
the flight to Hong Kong?
12 hours.
I think 16 for me because it's a bit
Straight.
cheaper.
You're going to China, that's why.
Yeah, we're going
Oh,
to
okay,
Beijing
and then you
and then
think-
yeah, but
I'm
it's
going- I'm
two
going
of us
I'm going
going.
direct.
12
Yeah.
hours.
But it's like a whole
can
bunch
do
of
it,
uni
just
lads
bring
were
your
really excited.
Netflix and
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully I really hope they do free
Films.
booze on the thing. You know.
Yeah, they
you're
should
going on
do.
a cheaper flight, mate. So I don't know what you're doing.
I'm just gonna buy some duty
You'll be lucky
free
to
on the
get a
way out.
blanket.
Buy duty free, and then by the end of it, you're just huffing rum because it's all that you got left, and you don't want to give it away.
Duty free.
Oh my god, yeah. No, I did that on the way to the States. It was like when they try and charge you like
Yeah.
17. It's like the easy jet of the Atlantic, and I was just and I was just like, they charged me 250 quid for writing Les instead of Leslie as my name, and I'm like fairly sure I know how to spell my name, mate. And they're like,
way.
more than 3 letters. I'm like, that's completely against dyslexics.
Yeah.
Fuckers. Complete profiting. I went batshit.
That's bad.
But got
Yeah.
absolutely hammered. It was like 6 in the morning when I got there. I was like, I can't remember anything until New York. But yeah, I ended up with this rapper called Hawa. It was really nice.
Good
It was
rapper?
Yeah, nice girl. Like invited me.
Did you listen to our music?
Nope.
Oh,
I think
okay, cool.
no, I should though. I should.
At least give it a go.
She was lovely and easy person to share a
Yeah.
run with. Interesting life story as well there actually. All right, look, sorry, I really am dithering.
Yeah.
All right,
No.
come on,
Going off
home time.
Well, it's off
Yeah,
the
well,
point, isn't it?
it's
That's
like,
the
I
name
think
of
the
the
last 10
show.
minutes have been mostly
Off the
B-roll.
point.
Off the point. Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Right, let's do it.
You ready, team?
Yeah, what we
Let's
do?
do this. We're saying goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.
It's like, thank you very much. I've forgotten the line actually. It's like,
Oh, do I have to say something, or do I just say bye?
well, I mean, you say whatever you like. It's like, do you want to give
Thanks for
anyone a
having
shout
me.
out? Like,
Shout out my mum.
I feel like it's becoming unprofessional.
Yeah, I don't know. Just shout out everyone.
Shout out everyone, yeah? All right, cool.
Shout out everyone.
Really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, well, give us a follow, give us a like.
Yeah.
If you liked it, tell us about it. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I do care. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Off Point. I've been Les Steed.
I'm Marlon White.
And once again, thank you very much, Maya.
Thank you.
All right, see you. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right, yeah, home time.